Evolution, bitch.
What's big in your heart? Fuck up the party before it even starts. Is he drunk off a Henny and skunk? Or some brand new and shit beating down in the tight dress, I think I might just hit her with a little Biggie 101. How to tote a gun and have fun with Jamaican rum conversation. Once in rotation, my man Big Jock got the Glock in his waist and we're smoking, drinking, got the hooker thinking. If money smell bad, then this nigga big and stinking. Is it my charm? I got the hookers eating out my palm. She grabbed my arm and said, let's leave calm. I'm hitting skins again. Rolled up another blunt, bought a Heineken. Niggas start to low down like kids out, choked out, blows were stoned, and a fucking fight broke out. Can't we just all get along so I can put stickies on her chest like little Sean? Get a pissy drunk off a Dom Perignon, and it's on, and I'm gone.
God! Yes, indeed. It's that time again. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's hit it. Let's get it. Welcome back, everybody, to the Wingnut Roundup, this time for December of 2022. It's almost over. It's this close. We're so close. We're so close. I don't know about you guys, but actually, I had a pretty great year. A pretty great year. I'm not gonna. I don't want to brag because not everybody's going to have a great year, but I had such a better year than I had the year before. I'm so incredibly thankful for it. And it's been wild every single month getting a chance to spend some quality time with you guys and watch some ridiculous shit and have a good time. So we did not have any stream delays today like we did last month. That was awful. I detailed it all on the last roundup, but the short story is kid got really sick. It took like over 8 hours to get him in to be seen for urgent care. It was a nightmare. Kid was super sick. 3 days later, after the roundup, I got sick with the same damn thing. Knocked my ass out for 2 weeks straight. Absolutely demolished. Demolished. Could not get up off the couch for about 8 days. But yeah, it was really bad. Super, super bad. Finally start feeling better. And I was like, yes, okay, gonna make a video. So I went and I recorded a video for this channel, for you guys. And it was great. It's like 55 minutes worth of filming. And it didn't record. That was like 5 days ago. And I have not had a chance yet because of like all the holidays and everything like that. No, actually, that was like 6 days ago. It was, I think it was Christmas Eve. It was the day before Christmas Eve. And I haven't had a chance to re-record it. So, yep. That's how I'm doing. So my year has been great. My month has not. But even in my darkest moments, I knew all I had to do was just wait. Just wait for the end of the month. Just survive. Survive the 30 days. And then I get to do the Wingnut Roundup. My favorite thing in the world. Hi, everybody. I hope you're well. Has everybody had a good year or at least a decent year? I'm hoping so. Lots of adventure this year. Very, very strange. Traveled all over the place. It was really, really crazy. Most of it just not on my own merits. Just happened to be, good opportunities that happened here and there. It was nuts. Absolutely nuts. Also, this is a first in a long time for the Wingnut Roundup. I lost my goblet. I don't know if you guys noticed, but usually when we're doing the roundup, I'm drinking from this like purple glass goblet thing that one of my very, very dearest friends, Shay, got me. And it's gone. Maybe I broke it. Maybe it just got tired of my shit and it took off for better pastures. Hey, ooh. But it just so happened that yesterday, Shay brought over a double-walled insulated mug. So we're going to drink our wine out of that. We're going to keep the tradition of drinking out of Shay cups. But we have lost the pimp goblet of command. My beautiful, beautiful purple goblet. I'm calling it a goblet, but it's just a fucking glass, It sounds so much cooler. Goblet. The Roundup goblet. I almost decided to cover it in rhinestones once, but I couldn't decide what word I would spell out in, little thick rhinestones and stuff. But that's not important. Cheers to you. Cheers to your family. Cheers to ending this year off great. Hope you guys had a good holiday season. Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever. Whatever you guys like to do. Hope it was good. Hope you didn't have to have too many weird interactions with people you were forced into close proximity to. Hope it went well. Mine went great. It was still odd. It was a little odd. But that's because largely I spent a good chunk of my life not really around a lot of my family. I was off having these crazy adventures and stuff. So I kind of got into the habit. I kind of got into this habit of just not being around family for the holidays. And it's only recently that I've started, being able to do it again. So it's like, what do I do? Thankfully, there was football on the TV, so when I was like, I don't know what to do with myself, I just sat and watched football. It worked fantastic. Just like that. A goblet made of a goblin skull. That would be great. A goblet. I like it. Yeah. Shiny mug reflecting chroma key background is kind of trippy. Is it really? Is it doing that? Oh, it kind of is, isn't it? Oh, that's so weird. Oh, no. Maybe we should cover it in stickers. Yeah? I don't know. Send me some funny stickers. I'll cover this mug in it. I just tried to I was about to take a sip out of my microphone here. I swear I haven't been drinking yet. All right, so I'm turning into a 50s dad smoking pipe soon. Yeah, I mean, I look like a 50s dad right now, right? Absolutely. I got the whole look and everything going on. I have elected to not bother with my terrible YouTuber shilling. The de-evolution of Jeff Holiday from once being a YouTuber to now an anti-YouTuber is complete. I ain't even gonna fucking bother.
Hey Jeff,
Hey.
It's been 1 year since I started watching you with my lovely boyfriend.
Aw.
I can't wait for another year of crazy people and yourself going mad.
Aw.
Have a good new year.
Thank you so much, NeoTM. Appreciate you. That's very kind. Let's catch up with these real quick, and then we're going to just jump straight into some wacky-ass shit. Of course, as it tends to be, this is the Wingnut Roundup. It is not a race. It is a marathon. We are here to watch the weirdest, craziest things I could possibly find from the internet for the past month. Usually I try and craft it into some kind of, like, overarching narrative. Nah, not this time. Not even going to bother. Total chaos potpourri. We're going to get what we're going to get. I did make sure all the really gross ones are at the end, so nobody has to tap out early, so you're welcome. Yummy Jackie says, hey, you sexy man, how are you? Jackie and I give you our love, and this Monday is our 12-year anniversary. Hey, that's amazing. I just want to say Jackie is the most amazing woman in the world. Love you, babe, and you can keep Gojo. I get Jeff, he's mine. Fuck off smooches. Oh. So that was both incredibly sweet, talking about your anniversary, but also a peek into the internal drama between your, what are they called? Free passes, I guess? I don't know. Interesting, but thank you. Simon Roper says, still awake, blood alcohol level, though, says, I fall asleep. On behalf of all of us Brits, much love to the holiday household 2023. Here we come. Fuck yeah, dude. Aiden Halio. Merry winter solstice, like nuclear winter. Solstice, a season where temperatures are critical and death probable. Indeed. Random guy says, did Hemlock steal your goblet when he moved out?
For the crazy sticker fund.
Ooh, thank you, Darth Acutus. That's very kind of you. Appreciate you. Did Hemlock steal my goblet when he moved out? Motherfucker. I didn't think about that. You know what? I think that's canon. Exquisite Lizard. Have $6 because I'm going to be 60 in 4 days' time. Lots of love to you. And also, I wanted to say a huge thing. Well, thank you, Exquisite Lizard. And also, thank you because you keep finding amazing stuff for the Roundup. We got quite a few of the stuff that you found that was put into suggestions for Jeff in the Discord. By the way, you can join my Discord and you can toss me suggestions if you find some pretty brain-drainy, hilarious stuff. So quite a few of this stuff comes from Exquisite Lizard. I think like at least four of the like the really quick clips. Exquisite Lizard found them. Absolutely incredible stuff. What in the world? What in the world is that? Hang on. XYZ Gopaith tipped me 500 Czech Corona, and I don't know how much that is, so I was actually just $22. That's great. Oh my god, that's very, very generous. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's one thing that I always think is really cool about like exchange rates and whatnot. Sometimes depending on it, you're like, whoa, holy shit. And like, you know, $22 is still nothing to sneeze at. That's a very, very generous tip for the channel. I appreciate that. But it's like 500. Fuck yeah. Like, ooh, that feels good. I love it. Thank you very much. Okay, so without further ado, let's bring on the Wingnuts. I should start making like some music and stuff for when we transition. Oh, you know what I didn't do? So you can see my setup here. I've got this monitor on top of the other one. These are all in pneumatics. So when this cart is actually pressed up against my other desk, this monitor is over here. That's the one thing I forgot to do today was to go into Windows and change. Boop. There we go. And change the direction of my mouse. There we go. All right. Without further ado, let's get into some YouTube drama, actually. Ooh, and you'll never guess who it involves. Actually, you will because you can read it right there. Way to go, Jeff.
Oh, my friends, this is going to be so much fun. This is Psycho Man Dan. Oh, I'm sorry, Psy Man Dan. He's attacking me about my statements about giants and dragons. This is one of his intelligent poses.
So Roger here. I've never seen Roger notice people make content on him. I tend to think that Roger's a little bit too. I don't want to be mean. He's a little boomery, a little bit. You know what? Instead of saying that, let's just say that he's hyper focused. He's passionate. He's very passionate about what he does and his muddy earth kind of investigations and things like that. So he probably just doesn't have time to notice if people are, teasing him a little bit. But yeah, he apparently did hear that Simon Dan made a video debunking some of his fossil theories, and this is Roger very much not mad.
I would love to debate with him. I'd have a great time. We could just have fun, man. I'm telling you, we just have a great time because he claims to be a very intelligent scientist on all levels, and I feel I am the same. So I would really, really love to Zoom with a Simon Dan. Now wait a second. Boy, I'll tell you, I haven't felt this mischievous since I was like 12 years old.
Well, it's very, very encouraging to hear Roger so happy. He doesn't actually sound happy. Not really. I don't know. It's interesting. Roger versus Simon Dan. Any subject, anytime. Zoom. His email. Who has the biggest? Who will hide? Ooh. Well, from what I understand, I'm not very super familiar with Simon Dan.
Can I get a trans rights?
Absolutely any fucking day of the week, anytime, trans fucking rights. Absolutely. It's been a rough year for that, tell you what. Ooh, thank you, Sascha Marie. Appreciate that. So I from what I know of Simon Dan, we've never actually spoken, but he makes some pretty good content if you really dig like the flat earth debunking and he does other stuff too. Pretty smart guy. He doesn't really come across as somebody who is afraid of debating whether or not there are giant fossilized dragons in the world. So I'm really curious to see if this is actually going to pan out. If it does, I will be tuning in live. And if you guys, and here's the other thing too. Dan, Roger, if you guys need a moderator, all right, let me know. I'm more than happy to help. More than happy. Haven't been involved in any of that kind of stuff for a long time, but it sounds like a gas. Let's do it.
All right, Dan, who's got the biggest? I want Roger versus Simon Dan. Any subject, Danny, anytime. We'll do a Zoom. Contact me, roger@mudfossils.com. Who's got the biggest? Who is going to hide? I got a feeling Simon Dan going to be hard to find. Well, somebody told me Blind Man Dan might be hiding out in the desert near this fish over here. So I came out to look at the fish, and I looked around. I could not find Blind Man Dan or Sci-Fi Dan or whoever he is.
That's a really big area, Roger. That would
Yes.
I mean, look, okay. This is something. Look. That was a big fucking fish. A big fucking fish. I'm pretty sure that's Northwest Africa. Pretty sure, because I think that's like, what is that called? The Iberian Peninsula? Am I right? Am I getting my geography right? I think so. I think I nailed that. If not, you can call me racist.
And but I did find a fish, of course. The fish has been there. And the dragon that attacked him is right up here. And of course, Blind Man Dan can't see the dragon either. It's hard to believe that somebody
I don't really see a dragon either.
claiming to be a science guy. Although, of course, he could be a PhD. Then he would not be able to see this either.
Damn.
Love from South Dakota. The
Hey.
Roundup is the best time of month. Can you shout out my beautiful wife, Charlie?
Yes.
Our 3-year anniversary is almost here. This is our favorite show, hands down. Also, trans rights.
Trans fucking rights. Mythic Templar, thank you so much. Very, very, very kind of you. Very generous. And you know what? I can tell you got a keeper with Charlie there. Charlie, I can tell you got a keeper too. You both have excellent taste. No, but that's fantastic. That's great. I love it. 3 years is beautiful. Congratulations, you guys. That's fantastic. Thank you so much.
Okay, maybe Dan can see this, or maybe you can. This is the dragon I claim is in the desert. It was attacking the fish. I'll show you in detail.
Is the dragon breathing fire on the fish?
I see Roger's gone from poking at his monitor to straight up drawing on the darn thing.
Yeah, that's kind of like what I'm seeing too, which is pretty nutty. Thank you very much, Blitz Winners, by the way. I appreciate that. Very, very nice. Yeah, drawing on the darn thing. I hope at least he's putting like a piece of glass over his monitor or something like that. Somebody needs to get Roger one of them like drawing tablets and like teach him how to do that sort of interface. That would be great. Because it would be awesome. I would love to see Roger with the technological ability to like highlight and in video, line these things without having to do this. It's very strange. But yeah, it's kind of like one of those things like, well, people don't see what I see, so I'm just going to draw it. Huh? I mean, that's fair. It's kind of like the equivalent of this with what Roger does is kind of like if you look up at the clouds and you're like, that cloud looks like a doggy. That cloud looks like a giraffe. And then you're like, that is a kitty, a fossilized kitty in the sky. And that is a fossilized giraffe. Like, that's just kind of what it is. It's weird.
Moment. There's his red flary eye. This is the outline of his head. This is his throat right there, that little blue line. This is the outline of his scales. And this is all the stuff he spit at the fish. Now, I'm going to erase this. You can all go back at it. This is that little fluty stuff you see on the side of the dragons.
Fluty stuff?
In all the parades. Now.
In all the parades?
Just take a look at it. There's the red flary eye. It flashes back. I'll home in on it. There's that little fluty thing that runs down. And I'm going to back out of here. This is a good-sized dragon. And these are the scales that run down.
Yeah.
And all that was spit down at that fish.
Spit on the fish.
Now, let's see if this makes sense.
Okay. I'm going to try.
All right, there's the fish.
I'm keeping an open mind.
That's a good-sized fish. And these are all the scales. You see the scales?
That's a good-sized fish. It only stretches, I don't know, 2,500 miles long. I would say that's a pretty good sized fucking fish, but that's, I don't know.
Going this way, he's headed that way. There's his tail over here. And there's the fin that runs up the top. And all that was spit down at him. And some of it actually hit the back of his vital flesh up here and corroded right into it. You can see right down. You can actually see the blood vessels and everything. You can see the arteries, the veins, the blood vessels.
Yeah, it's not watershed basins or anything. Look, okay. I want to ask Roger, just in case, since Roger's starting to pay attention to other YouTubers that are commenting on his stuff. I love Roger, by the way. I love Roger. I think he is so unique, so interesting. I don't believe what he believes, but I love that he believes it. I love it. I think it's very interesting, and I love that he shares it with us. So, like, I'm not going to be like, ha-ha, and, like, try and be mean to Roger. But I do have a question. So if Roger very much believes this stuff, here's my question. So in this instance, you have a big dragon and you have a big fish, and they are so goddamn big that they take up what looks like, with the two of them together, take up what looks like about 1/8 of the entire continent of Africa. Where did they come from? Was there a mommy and a daddy fish? A mama and a daddy dragon? Are they from space? And they just like... Is it like Finding Nemo, but it was a giant space fish, and Nemo got marooned on the Earth? And also, why is there a fish on the land? Was that ocean before? Are these just the biggest that they ever were, but their mom and their dad are actually a lot smaller? If so, did mother survive the birth? These are the questions that I'm curious about, because like when you talk about things that are big, people like to talk about like giants and dragons and stuff like that, but they're not usually so mind-fuckingly enormous like what Roger describes, and I just want to know what the logistics are. That's what I'm curious about. You know what I mean? I think these are valid questions.
The actual blood running into the cells. I mean, this thing was gigantic.
The cells are like the size of a town. Each cell. What do you dude, this is hard. It's a hard cell. It's a hard cell.
That's not your average landscape. Now, Simon Dan might be able to explain that, but I have an explanation that says that the giant dragon spit all kind of toxin at this fish, and that toxin was nasty. That's not your average spit.
No spit. Wow.
Right out of here. Where do you see this? It comes out of his beard. Look at this stuff.
Wow.
Is that average, Dan?
That is some wild spit.
What do you think that is, Danny? Can you help me out there, Simon? All right, here's his...
All right, so that's Roger calling out one of his critics, Simon Dan. I'm kind of curious about something. So Roger is at 168,000 subscribers, and Simon Dan is at 456. Ooh, so these are our YouTubers of substantial size. This is pretty great. Did Simon Dan
a couple of years ago?
Here, I haven't checked yet. Kind of curious. I've been called out by a university. Ooh, nice. Well, if you want to see Simon Dan's response, I'm not going to play it here because honestly, I don't want to take traffic away from Dan. But 10 days ago, Simon Dan, all one word, he posted a video called "I've been called out by a university," so you can go check that out. Not right now. The Roundup's on. Afterwards, do it afterwards. Thank you. Anyway. All right, so we've got... Oh, gosh. Everybody's being so sweet. Shit. Blitz winners, all right. Catching the Wingnuts live. And that's fantastic. Thank you so much. Techno Hippie Corner, oh, sweet. I can listen to the Roundup while sledding. GT Racers. Amy Vol, hi, Jeff. Happy New Year, and thank you for doing these monthly streams. Gives me something to look forward to each month. And push forward when I struggle. Happy New Year, everybody. Let's kick 2022's ass. That's right. We've only got, well, I don't know what time zone you're in, but less than 36 hours for me. Booyah. Not bad. Griffin Doggo, Happy New Year. An Irish tradition is to open your doors, windows to let the old year out and welcome the new year in. It is a bit cold for me to do that right now. Productive year, went back to college, commuting a lot with Service Doggo. Already have a piercing and tattoo lined up for 2023. Whoop, whoop. That's fantastic. I love you, Griffin. Kara Hughes, thank you very much. Rhonda Marshall, thank you very much. Bean Goblin, thank you again. Sasha Marie became a contributor and said, I made it live this time too. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you as well. And let's do... And we'll catch up with the other ones after the next video. Yeah, I'm stepping on all my shit. Watching the Roundup in my dark living room on YouTube. As you should. Make it intimate. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I hope this isn't too ungodly loud. Some of these YouTube shorts, you can't like... The one thing... I hate that... Look, I'm going to bitch about YouTube. What? A YouTuber bitching about YouTube? I know. I get it. But... if you don't have a certain amount of time in a video, it automatically becomes a short. And that's annoying because it doesn't act the same way as a regular video. And it's really irritating. So hopefully it's not like ungodly loud.
Everyone knows the agenda is the depopulation of the planet. You know, we do know that blood is important.
Oh, yeah. Spit on my fish mud, daddy.
Oh. Call me. So okay, depopulation agenda, blood is important. Okay. Fucking hit me with it.
And it's important to the elites, the Illuminati, the Cabal, those types of words that is now bubbled in the mainstream.
Okay.
We understand why blood's important to them, and they're trying to interfere with our blood.
How? What?
With the vaccine.
Oh. But why is blood important to them? And why is... And that's a very nice hat. Have you noticed over the past 2 years, there are so many clips of people out there, and they get interviewed, and they say some of the most crazy, like, alarmist shit. Like, there is a secret cabal. The Illuminati, elites, satanic Democrats are all trying to force vaccinate and cut your penis off and blah, 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 blah. And they're wearing, like, the most embarrassing outfit I've ever seen. Now, don't get me wrong. I love embarrassing outfits. I live for embarrassing outfits. I love wearing embarrassing outfits. But when I'm wearing an embarrassing outfit, I don't say serious things. I say dumb things. You know, like ridiculous shit. I mean, what they're saying is ridiculous, but not in a good ridiculous way. It's a bad ridiculous way. They're like, we need to save the fucking children from all this crazy shit going on. I'm like, I'm sorry. You literally have like 15 bobbleheads attached to your fucking cowboy hat. Can we first address that, and then maybe I can listen to what you're saying? It's very distracting. It's weird. It's weird. I don't mean to be judgmental, but Jesus Christ.
You know, with the transhumanism agenda and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
They're manipulating our blood and compromising people's immune system, make them less human. What we're trying to do is wake up the ants.
Okay.
There's too many ants that are asleep. The grasshoppers are in control, just like a bug's life.
Just like
right?
Just
and
like
this
a bug's
plan
life.
that we're all seeing, all the craziness, the insanity, is designed not for us, not for us people that are awake that know what's going on. It's designed for the sleepers. Everyone knows.
It's weird too. Like the analogy on this doesn't really work. I mean, yeah, I know he's quoting A Bug's Life, and that's that's embarrassing. But you know, trying to wake up or to change the behavior of ants, the colony would literally fall apart. Now, I'm not trying to make an example that human beings are like ants, because we're not. But on its face, it's a really, really bad metaphor. It's very dumb. If you wake up the ants, they all die. That's fucking weird. It's super, super strange. I don't get it. I swear to God, man, it's just absolutely bananas. Okay, we're just gonna move right into the next one. Some of these are just like super quick and super snappy. And they're like little palate cleansers before we move into the next one. This is fucking weird. Super weird. And I think this is actually an older video, but it was recently re-uploaded. I think I saw this like a few years back. But it's never been on the Roundup, so fuck it.
And show clips for criticism, commenting, reporting, teaching, and research of copyrighted material without authorization of the copyright.
Yeah, shut up.
I'll tell you what's the worst part about television is the programming, the philosophy, okay? I mean, the manipulating of your mind, the philosophy, the mentality, the system of thinking, the ideology. That's what's wrong with television. That's what's wrong with movies. That's where they're really getting in your head.
So I'm hoping it sounds like they're playing like the music from Requiem for a Dream. I hope it doesn't hit a copyright. If it does, and you're watching this in the future, and then shortly thereafter there's a big abrupt brrr, it's because I had to cut some chunks of it out. So just for people in the future. But yeah, this video is fucking weird.
Take, for example, Walt Disney, right? And many people that will preach against the TV, they'll preach against the movies, they'll preach against Hollywood because it's obvious that stuff is bad. But then they'll say, well, we watch Disney movies.
You know, okay, that's a pretty great one. But I gotta be honest, like, so there is, historically speaking, there is a lot of instances where penises have been snuck into Disney films. Like, that's just the truth. The boner that was popped by the priest in Little Mermaid. There's like a bunch of shit. But at the same time, it could just be a byproduct of the fact that human beings are programmed for sex. We are. We're programmed for sex. We're programmed to be perverts. It's true. We are programmed to want to fuck. That's how species propagate themselves. This might really not be on purpose. It really might not. I know what I see. You know what you see. We all get it. But it just might be because we're all a little dirty-minded, and that's pretty normal.
And I've been to the home of preachers and Christians who would never watch TV or the...
That's a great one. That one's hilarious. It's his knife. It's just his knife.
movies, but yet they have the whole library of the Walt Disney movies. You know those white plastic cases? And they have them all lined up, and I mean, they have tons of them lined up. Of course, I don't know how many there are, but there's hundreds of them. They have them lined up. And
I don't know if this one's true. If maybe somebody can confirm or deny this one. I don't know if this one's true. I've never seen it before I watched this video. But it'd be pretty hilarious if it was.
And lined up, and they have their kids watching those movies all day long. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to prove to you right now that those movies are wicked. Say, what? Disney movies? Come on, you're crazy. They're rated G. Well, let's see. First of all, did you know this? Did you know that Disney movies are filled with subliminal messages? Subliminal messages.
Oh, the Church of Satan hand signs. Gotcha.
Now, what are we talking about tonight? Sorcery. What are we talking about tonight? Getting inside your mind and messing with you. Controlling your thought process by supernatural means or demonic means. Or hey, I'm going to tell you something. Disney movies are filled with subliminal messages.
Yeah, Satanic Panic. This is one of the reasons why I wanted to watch this again, or because I'm pretty sure I've seen it before, is the nostalgia is so real. On one part, you've got Disney, and on the other part, you've got, like, the Satanic Panic, which is hilarious. Absolutely fucking hilarious.
And you say, oh, that's a hoax. I've seen it with my own eyes. When I was a teenager, I had a friend of mine sit me down at his house and show me the subliminal messages in the Disney movies. They're filled with subliminal messages. Let me give you some examples. The Lion King, filled with subliminal messages.
Ooh, The Lion King. I want to know this one. This has got to be pretty good.
Okay, all throughout the movie, there are pornographic pictures.
That's Mufasa's face! That's Mufasa's face! If every time you look at your fucking cat's face, do you see, like, some chick's bare ass? Like, what are you fucking doing? Are you... Seriously? This is like the fucking, those videos where somebody would draw, like, a booty on their nose and then use a pencil and, like, make it do, like, twerking and shit, you know? What the fuck, man? Okay, I get some of this stuff. I get some of it. This is too far. This doesn't make any fucking sense. This is so dumb.
Hidden in the movie. Like, you'll be watching the movie, and just for a few seconds, something filthy will come on. Like, off to the side, there'll be some kind of a, reproductive anatomy will pop up, over here. And then over here, there's this one point where the lion, he kind of goes like this. And a cloud of dust comes up and just spells the word sex. And the word sex is put in the...
I still don't see it. I've heard this for years. It still doesn't look like sex to me. I'm sorry.
Lion King movie
Yeah, it just...
subliminally, literally hundreds of times. Hundreds of times. The shapes on the screen will spell the word. And I've seen it. I mean, I had my friend sit me down at his house and pausing the movie, showing me the word S-E-X.
Are you fucking mental? What the fuck? Okay. Let's talk about this for a second. Just for a sec. Now, when I was younger, I read a book, maybe you've read it, called The Bible Code. You guys ever heard of The Bible Code? Fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. Oh, I'm in denial? Am I in denial, Cousin Matt? I'm accepting the conditioning, I'm not willing to break through, to see the Matrix for what it is. Nah, so there was this book called The Bible Code. And in the story behind The Bible Code, whether it's true or not, is that somebody took the original ancient Hebrew translation of the Bible. I think it was like just the Old Testament. And according to them, in ancient Hebrew, every letter can be represented by a number or some shit like that. They put it into a grid, and then they made a program where they could search it, and they started finding these weird patterns where predictive things like Nostradamus, you could find things, and it seemed like it was telling the future. Like it predicted 9/11, you know? And I lost my fucking mind. This was admittedly... Fuck, let me do math. 19 years ago. And I was like, dude, this shit is fucking real. Oh my fucking God. Except, it's not. Now, there are plenty of instances in Disney movies and shit where they obviously snuck something dirty in. People are perverts. We've been over this. It's okay. But there are so many instances of like this shit that we were just watching that is it's simple like pattern recognition. We see it because we want to see it. If there's enough of an availability of content that there's a potential that something can be there, the odds are increasing that it will accidentally be there. Animation, just the old school animations too, because notice they haven't found anything like this in like, I don't know, Big Hero 6 or Brave or whatever, because now it's all digital. But when you're talking about old school, cell-by-cell animation, there are so many frames. It's entirely possible to find shit in there if you really want to look. And if your brain is coded to thinking that there's a secret symbol in everything, you're going to find one. Simple as that. Same thing with the Bible code. We want to find patterns, and we will find those patterns to justify our preconceived notions. It's a trick of the mind. It's a trick of the world. Crazy shit, man. Animators are just having fun. I know. Like, dude, everybody draws dicks, okay? Dudes draw dicks. Chicks draw dicks. Everybody draws boobs. Everybody's a fucking man-child, woman-child, whatever. There's a place in town that does bingo. And it's like punk rock bingo, you know? And it's at a bar. Kids can't go there. It's all adults. And all of the bingo cards covered in dicks. Covered in penises. They're not trying to, like, subvert everyone. They just want to draw a big hairy dick. It's not really any more complicated than that. It's so dumb. So weird. Let's see. Darth Acutus. I do have to commend this guy on his geological surveys of Alrest, the Xenoblade 2 world. All these titans that we normies could never find. Oh, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Malankea Letty. Jeff really out here trying to act like he hasn't seen Star Trek The Voyage Home. Of course I haven't. I love Star Trek The Voyage Home. What is that in reference to? Roger? No. Roger? No. I don't know. No. Aiko Haiwa. Wishing you and your family a wonderful, lucky, happy new year. Aiko, from Arizona. Thank you very much. Goth Parrot says, oh yeah, spit on my fish, mud daddy. Thank you. And Kara Hughes says, hi, Jeff. Had some extra money this year from work, so I'm paying it forward to you. Hope you and yours have a fantastic, happy, and healthy 2023. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. I don't draw dicks, sir. I draw phallics. That's fair. Show some more penis, please. Let me see. I'll look for some good dick. I know what you want. I'm not doing that. although I was just clicking through that video. I'm just gonna share this real quick. I was just clicking through the video. We drew a dick on Mars. Of course we did. I was clicking through the video and like randomly it just came up to this screen. And I don't know what that's supposed to be about. Why is it the first thing people do with spray paint / marker is draw a dick? I don't know, man. And it's not a gendered thing either. It's really not. Like, more of my lady friends have just randomly, abruptly drawn a dick on something that they really shouldn't have than, like, you know, my guy friends. We're usually not self-aware enough to remember that we can do it. Can I draw Cobb's dick from memory? Yeah. Moving on. All right, let's catch up with Esrob. I think we didn't see Esrob last month, did we? We saw him like 2 months ago, I think it was. And he was having a rough time. So we'll see how he's doing today.
I'm in TGR Freight in the Metal Centre. And I just want to share a story how the drinks may not be exactly the same. Because when I was stranded in Peru Airport in Brazil, they had a TGI Friday. And they had this drink that looked really weird. And
Okay, wait. So he's in a TGI Friday in the Metro Center. But he wanted to tell a story about when he was in a TGI Friday in the Brazil airport. I guess the GRU airport in Brazil. Anyway.
So it looked like it might have crystal meths in it. So
What?
I'm going to be careful when I ask. Well, I asked the barmaid, I said, so does this drink, does this drink have crystal meths in it? And she said, I don't know. And I said, you don't know? What do you mean you don't know? You don't know if your drink has crystal meths in it. You don't know. And that was in TGI Friday in Brazil and GRU.
So, let me get okay. Let me get this straight. So, you're in Brazil in a TGI Friday, really living it up there. And you get a drink, and it looks a little weird. You call a random waitress over. You know, she's just been doing her job, working, whatever. And you're just like, excuse me, is there crystal meth in this drink? I don't... I'm just trying to think of, like, how I would respond if I was a server. And somebody's like, is there crystal meth in this drink? I think I'd probably just be like, yeah, didn't you order that? I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? Well, I don't know. Did you put crystal meth in it? I don't know. I didn't bring it. I didn't put it in myself. This is so great.
So if anyone remembers me from GRU, anyone works from GRU Airport, leave a post here. I was the guy that was stranded there for a month after being kidnapped.
Hold on. So, okay. Hang on. There's a lot that just happened. So you want to hear from anybody who works at the GRU airport in Brazil if they remember you because you were stuck in the airport for a month because you were kidnapped. Do I have that right? Hang on. I need to know. This is such a great video. Let's just fucking do this.
Does this drink have crystal meths in it? And she said, I don't know. And I said, you don't know? What do you mean you don't know? You don't know if your drink has crystal meths in it. You don't know. And that was in TGI Friday in Brazil and GRU. So if anyone remembers me from GRU, anyone works from GRU Airport, leave a post here. I was the guy that was stranded there for a month after being kidnapped. That was me, yes. And had my passport stolen in the airport.
Okay.
I mean, in the frigging airport. But it was really nice. I drinks with a lot of the cabin crew and people like that, So, but, there may be different drinks in Brazil. We're not certain. Okay, bye.
Okay. Well, okay, bye. What was the name of that Tom Hanks movie where he played an Eastern European and his country like went through a civil war and he got stuck in an airport? Was it called Terminal? I think it was called Terminal. I'm wondering if he saw like an in-flight movie and it was Terminal and then he was just like, yeah, okay, that was me, okay. I don't know. Yeah, I think it was Terminal. Yeah. It's a cute movie. It's cute. Very cute. He was so tweaked out. He lost his passport. Fuck yeah, dude. Oh man, that's so funny. Okay, that's now my headcanon for Esrob. Yeah. And you know, fun fact, when he was twacked out for the entire month that he was stuck in the Brazilian airport, if that's really where he was, hard to say, that's when he created balloon voodoo. That's when he came up with the idea. Isn't it amazing, the origins of all these incredible things we take for granted, like balloon voodoo? Yep. All right. Screwbucket says, Jeff. Sorry I'm late. Was at the store getting foods and absinthe. Oh, boy. Be careful. Looking forward to getting plastered on a liquefied 110 proof spice garden while you scream with complete incomprehension. Here's to the new year. Well, I haven't gotten to that point yet. It's not like it's impossible, though. It's entirely possible. I make absolutely no guarantees. There are no warranties. But we'll see. We'll see where things take us. So, Ian, my good buddy Ian, he found this randomly a couple of days ago, and I fell down quite a rabbit hole. That really doesn't have a satisfying end because it's not really like there's not really a whole lot of depth to the story. It just is what it is. But I want to introduce this by just letting it speak for itself. So here we go. This is Victor Matuviv.
Что ты делаешь? Блок предплечьем вовнутрь, с него уходишь.
Soak it in.
Лучше удоухи. Я не делал его. Ну вот, вот ты сюда, а потом сюда. Это сюда, и ты в капуце практически. Это сюда, это сюда, это сюда, это сюда.
Okay, obviously they're Russian martial artists.
Сюда, сюда, сюда.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Во, во.
Ooh, shit. Shaolin master coming in right now. Now, if if I actually had time, I would totally want to take some of his moves and put him to like a really bad early 2000s techno beat. You know, it'd be great. Is there a video with the dance music? Shut up. Really? No way. If somebody finds me an example of Victor Matviv to some dance music, you need to send it to me on Discord immediately. And mods, make sure you get my attention and tell me if it gets posted. I want to check it out. All right, he's gonna show us some incredible skills. Okay, now the other one that I wanted to check out, and it's so this guy is a self-professed master at martial arts. Now, what kind of martial arts you say? I don't know. But here's some exhibition. Incredible. I can see no holes in his defense. I mean, watch this. How do you defend against this? This is incredible. If I saw this dude coming at me doing this in slow motion, I would just fucking run away. Well, I would walk away. Casually, but I would not stick around. When he turns himself into like a weird puzzle piece, I just know immediately that I'm gonna get my fucking shit rocked. Incredible. Looks like Steven Seagal dancing. Show him fight the box. I don't know that one. You didn't send me that link. You can't start telling me in the middle of the roundup that I gotta go, hey, go look up this one, actually. You gotta send me the fucking link, and you gotta send it to me on Discord. If you guys find other interesting, because this is literally my first exposure to Victor Matviv. So if you guys find better stuff, maybe we can revisit Victor. later on in the roundup, but I'm not gonna like bring the show to a screeching fucking halt because now I have to go look up a link. No. Bad. Okay. Anyway, I listen, I am absolutely intimidated by this. I did martial arts for a few years, you know, by no means like an expert or anything like that, but from what little I know that this man would absolutely rock my shit. Like the way he gets confused, but then he immediately error corrects. Like we all make mistakes, you know, but we don't recover quite like I can't. Shoo 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 shoo. Bam. And notice how every time he does his katas or whatever he wants to do, his stances, his forms, each time totally different. Almost like he's forgotten what he's supposed to do and he just does something. It may seem like that, but actually it's because he has studied thousands of different forms, okay? That's why. Zebraflogs, glad I didn't miss it this month. I'm glad you didn't miss it either. Anyway, here's some Wild Naked Man.
So I think of the movie Wall-E and the fat, blobby humans sitting on their little, you know, floating wheelchair things because they've eaten so much food. They're just so fat that they literally can't walk. And that's the way our society's going.
Okay. If that's what you got from the movie Wall-E, which is an amazing social commentary, fantastic film. What you took from the movie Wall-E is that people will be big because they just ate a bunch of food.
Happy New Year from my family to yours.
Oh, thank you.
Much love to all the holiday supporters.
Aww.
Trans rights.
Trans rights! Trans fucking rights. I mean, like, I want to find a deeper analogy from it. But if what you took from the movie Wall-E is like, people are going to eat too much food, they're going to be big, is the same level of intellectual titanism as, hey, The Matrix is just a movie, a sci-fi movie about a computer simulation, and there's no deeper context to it ever at all. Period. Animal Farm was a book about animals. You know, like, what the fuck? Cannery Row was a book about bunnies. Nothing deeper. Nah, fuck that. Like, it's because people eat. You fucking moron. Jesus Christ.
And so that's why I'm so passionate about dudes rewilding their cocks.
Yeah, see, because I watched the movie Wall-E, and because I think it's about people that just eat food, is why I really want to rewild a bunch of dudes' dicks. Bro, sit the fuck down. Like, okay. I love Will Blenderfield. I love this guy. He is living his best life. He gets so much fucking action in a professional capacity. Sure. But the one thing that I don't like about him is when he gets super fucking judgmental and he tries to justify things. You just like playing with dick. That's okay. And you've got some spiritual reasons why you like dick. That's okay too. But don't go around being like, I'm trying to fix us against this movie that I can't understand because I have the vapid intelligence of a 14-year-old trying to do film analysis, and that's why I need to touch your penis and you need to give me money. Fuck off, prick. Dude, nah. I find that incredibly insulting.
Because when you work out your penis and your testes and your prostate, you actually improve your glandular potency, you improve your testosterone levels, you increase your sperm count, you grow your penis, and then you actually have more juice to actually work out and to want to actually do it with your life.
I'm pretty sure none of those things are actually going to make you grow your penis. Don't think so. Also, another scummy tactic to prey upon some people's feelings of inadequacy to try and get them to buy your product. Also, douchebag, shitty behavior, but whatever, it's fine. Increase your juice.
You see, your balls are your water wheels. They're your turbines of vitality. And that's why in ancient cultures and still in modern day uncontacted tribes, for example, in Papua New Guinea, The men will...
Wait. If they're modern, uncontacted tribes. Also, what the fuck were you just doing with your eyes? What in the fuck?
Are your water wheels.
Watch
They're
his
your
eyes.
Turbines of vitality. And that's why in ancient cultures, and still in modern day uncontacted tribes,
what are you fucking doing, dude? Are you possessed?
Tribes for
what in the fuck is he doing?
For example, in Papua New Guinea.
Are you so fucking up your own ass you can no longer maintain control of your fucking eyeballs? Are you fucking serious? Dude, him doing that interview with Andrew Callahan has blown his goddamn ego up so much now that the motherfucker is so full of shit, it's pushing his eyeballs up and he can't even see straight. Dude, fuck off. What the fuck? This is annoying.
The men will expose their naked scrotums to each other, cup each other's ball sacks as a form of camaraderie and affiliation and love.
This is all make-believe, and this is all him fantasizing about a bunch of tribes jerking each other off.
To your bro and say, I see you, brother.
You think he's using a face filter? I don't think so. I mean, I know he uses face filters, but I don't think that's what was causing this, like, glitch in the Matrix.
Papua New Guinea, the men will...
No, I've seen him do this before.
Uncontacted tribes, for example, in Papua New Guinea.
This is when he's huffing his farts. This is when he huffs his farts so fucking hard that he just glitches out. I've seen him do it.
I see you, brother. Now, this is a far cry from what's happening in our society, but I want to share with you, there's a tribe, one of the most remote, uncontacted tribes still left, God bless them, the North Sentinel Islanders, the North Sentinelese. They pull out their dicks and balls and they shake them and they stick out their tongues and they do same-sex erotic bonding and their bodies are fucking...
You don't know that. The North Sentinelese are one of the few tribes that actually don't have hardly any contact at all. How do we know? Because everybody who's actually made it to their island has died. Because they get fucking killed. How do you know that these people are standing around fucking jerking each other's dicks off? You don't. You're making it up. You're full of shit. What the fuck? Like, I'm fine with this dude trying to tell people that dudes should just bond and stuff. I have no problem with that. It's totally cool. Whatever. It's totally fine. As long as everybody has informed consent and shit like that. But this idea that you're just going to make believe shit about people that nobody can fact check because you can't go to the island because they'll kill you is so fucking gross. It's really fucked up, man. Oh my God, this is driving me crazy.
Ripped. That's how we're meant to be, brothers. Ripped and into bonding. Come on, let's do it.
Yeah, so let's murder all outsiders and chop them up. Bone to bone. God damn it. I didn't realize that video was actually going to piss me off. That pissed me off. That actually made me mad. I'm mad now. Should do some wine about it. It's so gross, though. Super, super gross. I mean, look, if there's like male bonding stuff and whatnot, like, I have no problem with it. People can do whatever the fuck they want. It's just it's the make-believe of historical cultures and now existing cultures as well, just to like justify the fact that he wants to touch dick. Just touch dick. It's not illegal. Just do it. Just fucking do it. You don't have to like justify it any further than like, I think this is a good thing and I see benefit because me and my buddies like play with each other's dicks. Like, that's great. Good for you. Cool. Have fun. You want to grab each other's balls to calm down and meditate in camaraderie? Maybe. I might need to. Okay. Let's see. Where are we at? Aw, thank you very much again, Brandon. Appreciate you. Very, very kind. Zebra Vlogs, thank you again. And Smile for the Flash 1776 will rise again. Didn't hate it, lol. 10 out of 10 would sub again. Great. Fantastic. Okay. Let me check something real quick. Oh, boy. Okay. All right. Here we go. I really love the fact that somebody sent me a Roosh clip for the Roundup. Was that last month or was it the month before? I can't remember.
Here's a tip. To tip.
Yes, brother to brother, bone to bone, cock to cock, clit to clit. Thank you very much, Aaron. That was very, very generous. It was either last month or the month before. Somebody sent me a great clip from Roosh V. We had a lot of fun with it, and then somebody sent me another one, and this one is also incredibly stupid. So let's watch it.
Article I wrote from my experiences.
Oh yeah, just for context, this video of his is all about an article that he wrote. It's always great when everything is entirely self-referential.
Western medicine is a joke to me. It's a joke. You go get the supplements you need to help. I mean, a lot of people who got virus saw a lot of success with vitamin D, zinc, vitamin D and C. Western medicine has failed us. I think for emergency surgeries, you could use them as long as you don't get a deadly infection when they do the surgery at the hospital.
I'm sorry. What exactly is the alternative? That what I love about like medicine deniers is all you really have to do to really find out how deep their beliefs go is ask them what the alternative is. They're always going to be very comfortable talking about like preventative medicine, but they're going to try and weasel out of something like, oh, well, you have this problem. Were you eating right before? No. We're not talking about that. We're talking about now, right now. You don't get to weasel out of the fact that you might need medicine when things are at a crisis by saying, well, you should have done things better to begin with. That doesn't matter. What do you do now? Right now. What do you do? What do you do? Otherwise, they're just cowardly shits.
If you break your leg and you got to get it fixed back.
Yeah, what do you do?
Bent back in shape, okay. But in terms of long-term care, it is often treated with pharmaceuticals, or they need to do scans, endless scans, CAT scans,
Doesn't
more
like
x-rays,
scans.
MRI scans. If it involves these kinds of scans for mysterious ailments, man, just suffer in the name of Jesus Christ. Just take the pain in the name of Christ.
Rather than scan, do preventative care, maybe have to do life-saving medicine, whatever. Just suffer for Jesus. Magic sky leopard in the sky. Just suffer. This one's for you, big dog. Gonna spend the next 25 years in chronic pain for you. Person I've never met and who has literally done nothing for me. Except, I guess, allowed me to exist. Yeah, like, for you. Like, what the fuck, dude? What the fuck? That is so crazy.
And ask him. Ask God first. But I'll tell you what, most people, when they get ill, they don't run to the prayer corner.
What do you got?
They don't
what the fuck?
Venerate their icons. They don't ask the
venerate their icons. Do you know that there was a giant schism in the fucking church over whether or not you're even supposed to have fucking icons? Like, they fucking killed each other over whether or not they can have these tacky golden fucking pictures. You absolute Titanic wet brain. What the fuck is that? That's the ugliest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. Holy shit. Oh my god, man. I've seen better art out of a Far Side comic. Holy shit.
Lord to help them endure the health problem, or the Mother of God.
Oh my god.
To endure the health problem, or if you cannot take it, to even heal them. No, they just go to the doctor. Antibiotics.
You know the difference between going to Jesus and going to the doctor? And look, I'm not trying to disparage anybody who believes in Jesus or who is a Christian. I'm not trying to be mean about that. I'm not. I'm being mean to Roosh, okay? You have whatever faith you want. But you're going to have to suffer through this because I gotta address this. The difference between Jesus and a doctor is you can ask the doctor questions And the doctor will give you answers. They might not always be the right answers. The doctor is fallible, but he's there. If you're like, dang, I got a spiral fracture on my leg. Jesus, what do I do? Your ass is going to be waiting for a long fucking time for an answer. Whereas if you go to the doctor, they'll be like, oh my fucking God, what did you do? Okay, hang on, we'll get this taken care of. That's the difference, you know? Like, what the fuck?
Antibiotics are dangerous.
Yeah, dude, Jesus would recommend going to the doctor. Absolutely. Absolutely. Jesus wouldn't have a problem with you going to the doctor. He'd be like, oh my fucking God, what did you do to your leg? Oh my God, my son, you must be in pain. Go to the fucking doctor. Or, I mean, you know, if he was Jesus in like his full power level or whatever, he'd be like, and he'd fix it up and he'd be like, just don't do that again. And if I'm not around, you're going to have to go to a fucking doctor. Okay? That's probably what Jesus would do.
Do you know what the word biotic means? Life. Anti-life. Antibiotics wreck you. They wreck you. They give you subtle chronic stomach ailments and other problems. Don't take that stuff. Turmeric. Just dust the turmeric on the wound. You'll be fine.
Don't take. I love the old trope of like antibiotic means anti-life. Because it's sort of true. Sort of. But it's only true in that if you have the mental capacity of a 12-year-old, you're like, then that means that it's bad for me. Like, oh, okay, yeah. No, sure, whatever. But no, his response is, if you have a wound, just rub some fucking turmeric on it. Like, oh, okay, sure, why not?
I don't trust doctors. I'm trying to think last time I went to one. Wasn't in the United States. Oh, okay. It was in 2019. I had a rash and I was misdiagnosed with scabies.
Wait. You had a rash and it was misdiagnosed as scabies. What kind of rash are you talking about? Because I gotta be honest, there's scabies, and then there's scabies. Like, scabies is not like a regular, like, you can't mistake scabies. If you, okay. Scabies is pretty specific, unless that is the itchiest rash ever, in which case, I gotta ask, especially with that beard, what barnyard animal were you fucking? Because that's a whole ass mess. That is a whole ass mess. Oh my God. Anyway, that's the latest from our enlightened Imam, Rushvi. Jesus fucking Christ. That is so crazy. Let me see. Misdiagnosed. I know. Yeah, misdiagnosed. Fantastic. Absolutely insane. You want to itch yourself all over? Yeah. You know, it's dude, scabies fucking sucks. I haven't had scabies in like 15 years. But when I lived in a punk house, it happened. It happened, and it fucking sucked. It was awful. Not recommended. Absolutely not. And not my fault either. It's my fucking roommate that brought home just not the cleanest partner. Like when you watch a TV show and there's somebody who's like a street person. I'm not trying to be disparaging against people who lived on the street, because I lived on the street, you know, whatever. But like when you watch TV or movies and they're like, that's like a bum, you know, and they got this like attitude and the way they act and the drawl, like it's very cartoonish and over the top. That, but a real person. And they were like, yeah, I'm going to bring this person home and have sex with them. And like, you know, you're walking to go to the bathroom and you hear them like babbling in the kitchen and you peek over and you're like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah, it was like that. It was crazy. It was absolutely nuts. All right, cool. Cool. I'm actually trying to get Mems to watch this next video, but Memory's phone is not receiving my text messages. I think she's actually just outside, though. So I'm going to go do this. Hey, you. Yeah, your phone's not receiving your text messages. I don't know what's happened with that. Crazy. Oh, yay, Mems time? Oh, I see. It's fine. I know you guys prefer Memory over me. It's fair. Go away, Jeff. Jesus Christ. All right. And also, I'm giving memories. So the past year, I think if we tallied it up, I have probably tortured Mems with a number of pretty brutal videos. And instead, because I love Mems so very much, I'm actually going to give you one of the prime videos. You get to update everybody on the Great Black Dragon.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
The Great Black Dragon.
The Great Black Dragon. Let's get you.
Oh, don't even bother adjusting it. Just tilt it down.
All right.
Boop. I mean, still put it in here, but...
Oh. That's fair. Okay. Thank you.
Miscommunications.
Yeah.
Hi, guys. I won Get Fit Bingo today. On my Fitbit, I hit all of the dots in a sailboat. And I have 20 hours left by the time I finished it. Shit, yeah. All right, let's meet the Great Black Dragon. Ha 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 ha.
The reason why I told you that is I want you to have an understanding of the difference in power level between what's on the other side and me. And of course, they're not there anymore. The strongest thing over there while I was here is Aramalius, and I killed him a long time ago.
Wow.
2015, I think. Finished killing him 2014, I don't know.
Fascinating.
I don't really care.
She's so good.
But the other side is like a prison. You have to watch what you say. You can move around, but you can't go anywhere. I mean, you can't get anywhere that you want to get in the body. And your energy frequencies that you put out, if they started flaring up and they were either, as you would see them looking at them, they were either black or red. When they saw that, then they started, these little son of a bitch servants, original first being servants, so first being half servants, would come flying over and they'd start pounding on you.
Is that why I just farted? Were they pounding on me? Till my guts were like, release the gas. I don't understand. I think this man rambles. I don't understand the humor in this man. He's just... Yeah.
Red is love, heart energy. Black is when you're condensing your energy and compressing it so that you can do something, so you can act against something. It's like flexing a muscle.
I love that he doesn't edit that out. He just leaves it in there.
Well, that's going to change. You're going to feel it over here, but you're going to feel other things first, because I'm going to tear the third dimension apart. Everything else, too. I still kill stuff every day.
I don't see what you find so funny about
I did this morning before I ever got out of my chair bed.
So boring.
Pause it. So, what I find fascinating about the Great Black Dragon...
The
Great Black Dragon. What I find so fascinating about him is his belief system is so intense and so off the wall, absolutely batshit, and it's entirely predicated on his desire to die.
Yeah, he has a death fetish.
I guess so. Like I try and like I don't want to like psychoanalyze the guy or anything because like that'd be pretty depressing. But what he says is just so entirely batshit. What keeps happening?
People are becoming sponsors and subscribing.
Hey, that's cool. Yay, thank you guys. That's very sweet. It's less of like necessarily what he says because he repeats himself all the time. Oh baby.
Big baby.
Big baby. Penny, what do you think of the Great Black Dragon? Yes. More love. Kiss me. Play the video.
They're all sick and they're all following the old way. All the original first being ever did is lie.
It's all a lie.
It was talking to me nonstop from 2009 to both halves, from 2009 to 2012, July of 2012, just before July of 2012. When
Think about it, memory. Think about it.
They took 2 shots to kill the original first being halves, both of them, male and female.
Pause it. Think about it. This war that's been going on has been going on for millennia, since the beginning of time, and only just since 2009 up till now, all of this exciting stuff has happened. Millions, billions of years, this war has raged, but only in just the past 11 years has the most important things happened. Isn't that interesting?
Fascinating.
Isn't that wild?
It's amazing that only the Great Black Dragon is able to decipher.
Well, thank God he's here.
This stuff for us.
Otherwise, we wouldn't know.
Also, I think the dog has a broken neck.
Dog is broken. 404.
Yeah.
Derp. Yeah. Nah, she's adorable. Do you want me to take over for the Great Black Dragon?
Please.
Okay, fine. All right.
I have a mocktail outside that I had just sat down to, and I was very excited about. Yeah, I just don't. Of all the Wingnuts, I think he's the most boring.
People love him.
No, I think he's a character, and like sometimes what he says is like super fascinating and funny, but like for the most part, I feel like if we just put him on in the living room, I would pass out on the couch.
Oh yes, no,
because he just kind of drones on.
As morbid as it is, Jesus Christ. Okay, we'll address this in a minute. As morbid as it is, it's kind of like the Great Black Dragon is now us kind of doing like the Great Black Dragon Watch. Is he still alive? Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
What's he saying? Same shit. Oh, okay. Dorg's broken. Yeah. Thank you.
Welcome.
Appreciate you. I was at maximum peak capacity. P-pacity. Maximum P-pacity.
July 10th, 2012, and then finally May 23rd, 2013. But until, early July, they finally stopped talking to me. The fighting had gotten so intense, they were just hiding everywhere. So they're trying to hide my head and run me. I mean, it's insane, but they've been doing that to all of you.
Were those notifications like super, super loud? Yeah, I can fix that.
When you're in the body, they run the hell out of you. They're the only hell that actually exists, and it's not hell, but it's something worse, is the amount of time you're stuck in a physical body. And you get abused by everything. The original first being have set that up, and all their servants and everything else, that's what they did.
Dude.
That was their job.
Okay, get that fixed. Cool.
And everyone else on the other side, they're sick. They're literally mentally sick. Not everyone, but most of them. All the ones acting out are.
Damn.
There's a lot of good people. When the fighting started, I had people coming to me, and I was seeing them as individual spirit beings, but it's like they're in some form of physical body, and they were carrying a suitcase.
What?
And there would be a male, a female, some children, and they just looked at me, and I'm like, okay, you want me to protect you? And then I knew I was supposed to literally put them inside a dimension I'd already created inside the middle of my head.
Okay. This is important. I have a little Clark Kent little curl thing right here, and it's absolutely adorable. It's so adorable. Okay. So as you can see, because I try and do it every month, I try and make sure we check on JRASX, make sure he's still kicking, despite his wishes, which is a complicated topic that we don't have to dwell on too long. But yeah, he's still there, man. He's still kicking. I thought about giving the Great Black Dragon a bit of a pass for a few months here and there, but I swear to God, every single month people are like, "Is the Great Black Dragon still alive?" And not just one, not just a couple, but like a lot of people are like, "We need to know." So he's still alive. He's doing okay. And yeah, I guess those notifications are super loud. Sorry about that. Should be fixed now. Let's see. Darth Akuta says, if antibiotic is supposed to be anti-life, then Dark Side wasted a colossal amount of time and effort when one trip to the drugstore would have worked. Indeed. Why would you even need to use your Omega beams when you could just convince everybody to take antibiotics? Simon Roper says the next 420 will be in Phoenix. What does that mean? I'm not really sure I know what that means. Aaron Nanasi. Oh, wait. Here. How does this thing work? Huh. Oh, I see. So KIGF gifted 5 memberships to the channel to Solo Didu At Last, Ashley Falls, Kitty Has Fangs, and Robin Hilton. Aaron Nanasi re-upped and said that cough is upsetting. Ferbarian re-subbed as a member, said woohoo, and Aaron Nanasi gifted 5. Ezra Onyx, Beatriz Silviera, Hot Dog Hand Grenade. That's a great fucking name, by the way. Hot Dog fucking Hand Grenade. Are you kidding me? And Nicole Joyner and Andy the Otter. Thank you so much. That's very, very kind of you guys. That's wild. Wow. Damn. I need to make sure, actually, if any of the Discord mods are watching at the moment, do me a favor, bring it up in the Discord in the mod area and make sure that we do have our integrations so YouTube channel memberships have access to supporters areas. Because we do some stuff, and I'm trying to do more. It'll be a lot easier starting in January. Doing more with people who support the channel on on a monthly basis. We do movie nights and things like that in the Discord, and that's patrons, Twitch subscribers, and channel members here on YouTube. So trying to do better with that. I was curious. Well, nobody posted in suggestions for Jeff for that Trevor. Or what is it? What was his name? Victor. Yeah, the Victor video. Okay. All right. Well, moving on. Oh shit. Okay. This is this is something. Go ahead. Play it. Why were you looking at somebody's tax returns? Young Pharaoh's tax returns? Wait, is that saying he made over $1 million? What the fuck? That's crazy. That's in 2018? In 2018, young Pharaoh made $1 million. Wow, that's fucked up. Okay. Anyway.
Color and maturity. None of these damn children. I mean, I'm sick and tired of children pretending to be authentic black leaders. With the exception of young Pharaoh. This guy, I think, is really special. And I'm trying to link him up with Cynthia McKinney, and I think there's something going on here that could be very good for America. Young Pharaoh when I started doing my YouTube channel, it wasn't 30 days before I started getting little comments saying, you got to talk to young Pharaoh. You got to talk to young Pharaoh. Okay, now I had no idea at the time that you were Black, a hip hop musician, a martial arts champion, a teacher, and pro-Trump. You and I have talked about different kinds of Black leaders. So when you look out there, you're relatively unique. I know there aren't.
Does anybody know who Robert David Steele is? If not, we'll talk about it here in a second. Somebody says, so YouTube is lucrative. You look like an idiot, but you make money. That's life, buddy. You can look like an idiot and make money doing pretty much anything. But if you think actually I make a lot of money off this YouTube channel, nah, you'd be mistaken. We just have fun here.
A lot of people like you. But do you see any Black role models that you think the president should be talking to?
In the most
Okay.
egotistical manner, I'm going to say outside of myself at this point in time, no.
Let's play that one more time. Let's play that one more. This is important for the central
There
chorus.
aren't a lot of people like you. But do you see any Black role models that you think the president should be talking to?
In the most non-egotistical manner, I'm going to say outside of myself at this point in time, no.
No, actually, no. So the guy that he's talking to, it's just a simple little clip. It requires a lot more context. The dude he's talking to is a man by the name of Robert David Steele. Now, this is obviously a few years back that this happened, but only recently young Pharaoh decided to post this again. Robert David Steele was, in fact, an ex-CIA employee, but the dude was a virulent anti-Semite who also believed that the moon landing was faked, space isn't fucking real, and went off, basically lost his fucking mind. Lost his goddamn mind. But in true young Pharaoh fashion, like, it's the general, dog, it's the general. There's this ex-CIA member telling me I'm the leader of the Black community. Like, it is fucking wild. Absolutely wild. It's, Robert David Steele is 2 steps lower in credibility than Alex Jones. To give you some context on that. That's fucking wild. Absolutely nuts. Fucking crazy. Young Pharaoh was like 4 feet tall. He's very small. He is very, very small. Yeah. Although, to be fair, it's not like I'm a super tall dude either. I'm like 5'9", But I think young Pharaoh is like 5'4". I don't know. I don't care how tall people are. Who gives a fuck? That's Yada. Yeah, no, I think Yada is way, way shorter than young Pharaoh. Yada is actually like a little person. That's true. That's why his hat is so big. His hat adds enough height that legally he doesn't have to have a booster seat in the car. So. All right, cool. All right, let's do it. Fuck it. Here we go. Here's something a lot more fun.
Who are you?
I am the ex-mother-in-law. I'm doing voodoo with a voodoo doll. I've done it to her while she's being this church service. I'm picking her when she's trying to listen to you. I have a voodoo doll I'm using on her. I used it here at this service, and you're not gonna set her free. She went to one place, but she only got set free from part of it. And then she came here in desperation. And then you set her free from a ministry bracelet that had witchcraft. She saw your video.
Okay. I love her accent. It is so fucking charming. I absolutely adore it.
And I am attacking her with a voodoo doll. 1, 2, everywhere, picking her in her feet when she tries to worship Jesus. I stick her in the foot. I stick her everywhere.
Demons.
Let me know when you finish.
Ooh, the burn. The passive aggressiveness coming from fucking
Try
Ed
to make
here.
her leave before she get deliverance.
All the way out. And what happened? You didn't succeed. All the way out. Then your power is not that much.
Because of the angels.
Oh, because of the angels.
What angel? What angel here?
Sure.
The angels of glory.
Hey Jeff, did you check out the entrance of the gladiators by Julius Fusick that I mentioned last stream?
I did.
I always think of that song when I watch the Roundup. If you listen to it, you might understand why.
No, yeah, and the thing is too, like I immediately, so after the stream, I was going through like the backlog of everything that happened for that Roundup, and I was like, oh yeah, shit, okay, I'm gonna put that on. And so I put it on. I'm like, perfect. That's fucking perfect. And then I went and I looked in the YouTube description, and this is actually a good tip for anybody who does YouTube or whatever. If you're worried about copyright stuff, open the description and see at the very bottom if there's like a copyright thing. It is in fact copywritten, and I can't play it on stream. Otherwise, I would do it immediately. But it is so on point. Yes, Entrance of the Gladiators is such a good song, and it synergizes with the Roundup so damn well, but I just can't play it. But no, I really appreciate that. And you know what? We're on the same wavelength with that. We're brain to brain. We're brain to brain.
Angels of Jesus.
Go. Those angels are here.
Yes. And I tried to make her leave. In the name of Jesus. Because I tell her there's no cure. They can't set you free from the voodoo doll. And before she come here, we abuse her with domestic violence.
We abuse her with the domestic violence. I mean, you know, like domestic violence is more like a statement of something if you're talking about like the legality or if you're in court or something like that. But it's always really funny when people are like, they use domestic violence in a very casual way that doesn't really work. Like, hey, do the dishes or I'm gonna domestic violence you. What? Wait, what? No, that's not the right context. It's not the right term. That's not how, like, did demons be like, not we're going to hurt you, beat you up, kick your ass. It's, no, we are going to do a domestic violence upon you. Anyway, let's it takes the gas out of it. You know what I mean? It takes the gas out of it. I don't feel like it carries the same kind of weight. Yeah, no. She does actually, she rolls her R's a lot like Eartha Kitt. Fun fact, I actually wrote Eartha Kitt some fan mail like 16 years ago, and she wrote me back. And she was very, very nice. R.I.P. and pepperonis. She was great. All right, let's see this exorcism happen.
The demon said, "Don't push me, don't bring me. I don't want to."
Are you gonna do a domestic violence on her head? What is? Is that like your previous?
Come at you out.
Dude, I want to go to one of these. I want to go to one of these live. This would be so fucking dope. People fucking throwing up everywhere.
In the name of Jesus Christ, the God of this altar, I command you. 1, 2, you familiar spirit. You familiar spirit. You spirit of voodoo. 1, 2, out. Go and never return unto her again.
Yeah.
In the name of Jesus, you spirit of voodoo from Mexico. Out! Out! All the way out.
It's always Jesus. It's always the spirit of Jesus. Fucking Griffin says this kind of shit is what America is to me. Same.
You will see the power of Jesus. You said Jesus can save her. Now look at his power to save and deliver. In the name of Jesus. 1, 2. Out and go back to Mexico.
Wow. Whoa. Whoa. Did he just tell that spirit to go back to Mexico? That's fucking racist, Ed. Ed, I'm sorry. What the fuck did you do? Hang on. Okay, we need to know. Did he just do a racism? Like I fucking care. I swear to God.
1, 2. Out and go back to Mexico.
Oh shit! Cancel Ed Citronelli. Canceled. Canceled. God damn. Wow. When you nut, but she's still sucking.
Jesus' name.
Jesus' name. Jesus.
In Jesus' name.
In Jesus' name. In
Somebody
Jesus'
better celebrate Jesus with a joyful noise. Thank you, Lord.
Whoop, whoop.
Thank you, Lord.
Damn right. Whoop fucking whoop. Whoop fucking whoop. My dogs. Let's see. Yummy Jacket says, ooh, we gonna shove Bibles up asses now? Voodoo up the poo-poo. That might win best tip message of the night. I don't know. That's pretty good. Voodoo up the poo-poo. That is just the right amount of grade school humor with self-referential connections. Like, I love it. That's like my bread and butter. Secret Lars says, brain to brain, brother to brother, tip to tip, mind to mega mind. Christian says, Jeff, I've run out of difficult English place names, so here's some ones that probably won't get you banned. Cockshot Woods, Fingering Hoe, Great Cock Up and Little Cock Up Hills, Homie Man. Everybody calls me Homie Man. I should visit. Upper Dicker and Lower Dicker. See you in 2023. Thank you very much, Christian. I appreciate you, buddy. That's fantastic. Do we get lion balls today? Yeah. You gotta stay tuned. Mickey says, Jesus Sammys are delicious. Indeed, they are. I don't know why I had to read that like Ed Citronelli, but I did, and I don't feel bad about it.
Maybe this looks a little funny, but this is literally saving my freaking life. I am running Energy Clear because my head was feeling like really... So anyway, I'm required to show up and speak in public for a couple of hours in about 35 minutes. Thought I would run this Mag Healy. It has completely cleared the fog from my brain. It feels amazing and I don't want to stop. Maybe this looks a little funny.
It's a smoke detector. How much do you think she spent on that smoke detector? That's a smoke detector. That's a fucking smoke detector. Now, and the thing is, so I did a little bit of a dive into who this person is to make sure they're not like an epic troll. And they're not. They actually sell life coach services. So they are in the wellness, like, dog shit, arena. So I am predisposed to thinking that they actually did buy a smoke detector from somebody, and they told them that it was like a super magnet healing therapy device or something. But here's the thing. You can buy a smoke detector for like $8, $9, $10 at a random store. How much do you think somebody scammed her into buying that smoke detector? That's what I'm curious about. Thought it was an ice pack? No, that's a smoke detector. It's one of those healing things that costs like $9,000. No way. That looks just like a fucking smoke detector. Is that actually like a fucking premium brand sort of thing? I'm gonna laugh my ass off if that's true. Sid, if you okay. If you are not in the Discord and you have information on like this device, this Healy device or whatever the fuck it's called, jeff@jeffholiday.com, email me. I need to fucking know. I need to know. Because if somebody is willing to pay $9,000 for a piece of plastic with a little blinky thing on it to stick on their fucking forehead, I am in the wrong fucking business. What the fuck? What the fuck? Holy shit. Just sell one. Sell one like every 6 months or so, and that's like minimum wage. You sell more than that? Like, holy fuck, dude. That's incredible. It's a forehead Roomba. Pfft, Jesus Christ. All right, anyway, let's do this.
But I wanted to share a little nugget of truth.
Okay.
That I've been permitted to share by the elders.
Now, I know you guys like to hear the intro music. If you look, okay, hang on. If we're going to watch Dr. Mumbi, we're going to do this. We'll do this. No, that's not the right intro music. Fuck that. No.
It is only through.
God damn it. We need the actual intro music. How about this one?
To all the dispossessed youth of Africa, for perpetuation of communion with ancestral spirits, through the fight for African freedom, and in the firm faith that the dead, the living, and the unborn will unite to build the destroyed shrines. Selah.
All right, anyway.
About Kenya. You see, Kenya actually stands for the nest of Yah. What many would say is the nest of the Most High.
Okay.
Or the resting place of the Most High.
Okay.
And it actually mirrors what we're told about Mount Kenya, which is Mount Zion.
There are elders. I missed some lore episodes. So here's the thing that's really interesting is one of the most frustrating parts about okay, Ian, I see you. One of the most interesting things about Mumbi is she says some absolutely whack-ass shit, and then she'll be like, I'm about to say 10 times more whack-ass shit, and then she says, stories for other days. And you're like, no, stories for now. Tell me the story now. I want to know about the fucking ancient superheroes that existed. Tell my ass immediately. What were their names? What were their powers? Did they have costumes? I must know. Who were the supervillains that they fought? I need to know. But they are stories for other days. No! No! And then she just goes off and talks about China or some shit. And you're like, fuck! God damn it, Mumbi. So anyway, the elders, I don't know who they are.
Being the resting place of the home of the Most High. And this name was not, they try and say that they didn't understand how, the Musungus came and they didn't understand how we were pronouncing Kenya, or Kirinyaga or whatever, so they came up with Kenya and it's just a random name. No. Okay. Every name has its own signature.
What? So there is actually an etymology for the word Kenya. There absolutely is. But the problem is that Mumbi is wanting to make a point about Kenya in specifically, And rather than do that, she wants to do that, and even though people have there's a historical precedent for how Kenya got its name, she's like, no, that doesn't matter. No, that doesn't matter.
That shows its identity for the global players. They know what they're doing spiritually. It shows its identity, and yet it closes them inside. Because Kenya is the resting place of the Most High, but Yah is not the Most High. You see, Yah or Yahweh is actually an ancient dragon. I mean, you can do your research. You'll see Yahweh means dragon. And Kenya is actually a dragon nation. So is the divided kingdom. So is China. But because we are a dragon nation, and by the way, we've been ruled by a dragon family since independence. That's how they were able to create their empire. And we have good dragons and bad dragons. I'm not even going to get into this because there's so many people that are not going to get it.
Listen, you probably should not get into bad dragons on the internet. It's probably a bad idea. I wouldn't suggest it. I wouldn't suggest it at all.
And I don't have time to feel your lower vibes pulling my energy. It's so sad to see how ignorant our people are. We should be discussing things like, how are we going to mentally build a pyramid? Instead, we're trying to still convince people that Jesus didn't exist.
Wait, why should we be... Wait. How we're going to mentally build a pyramid? Like with our brain power? Like our mind bullet, our mind nails, or I don't know what the fuck she's talking about. This is pretty wild.
It's so crazy.
It is crazy.
Oh my God. So Kenya is a dragon nation, and the divided kingdom.
Ooh, is Kenya a great black dragon? I feel like we might accidentally walk into something that might be controversial if we continue this line of joke. I'm going to backpedal out of it.
Is also a dragon nation. And they used the dragon energy of Kenya by totally hiding that from the main story. Only the super elite would know. They used that energy, that dragon energy of Kenya, to rule the world. Because it was almost like, if you look at the Anunnaki story and you make all the connections, it's almost like we were in the age of the dragon.
Okay.
But the age of the dragon has ended. And now you could say we're in the age of the lion, the lioness, it's
Oh no, there's the lion connection again. God damn it. The past 48 hours, there has been way too much talk about lions, okay? There was a thing that was in the promo, then we were talking about Mufasa's face is actually like a sexy lady's butt, and lions like blowing dust that spells sex, and now we went from the dragon age to the lion age. This is... Psalm 18 celebrates God's deliverance of David from danger and distress. The ropes of death entangled me. That is just code for I got a facial, okay? Everybody knows it. Everybody understands that the Bible is coded with a bunch of smut. Everybody knows. Right? Oh, no. All right, anyway, let's give this just a little bit longer.
Those are stories for other days.
Ooh, see? Stories for other days, of course. The dragonness of God. This is what I want to hear. Let's see it.
But as the home of the dragon, which is why we get our name, Kenya, the nest of Yahweh being a dragon, it means that we have supernatural power.
Oh.
Compared to other nations, which is why they closed our first eye family.
Who?
So that you couldn't see the dragons that are very much here. The other nations, the other spiritual nations that are very much here.
Okay.
The others who would be considered like our Wakanda, we would try and say are our immediate ancestors, but they try and they are definitely about staying away from us.
Wait. Did you just say Wakanda? Okay, hang on. This is a rough one.
The others who would be considered like a Wakanda, we would try and say are our immediate ancestors, but they are definitely about staying away from us because they say that we're mentally sick, we're mentally contaminated.
Oh no.
And they don't want that contamination to spread.
Oh no.
So even they have been very, happy to hide. And the Agekoyo, the Bantu, we're the people of the sky, but some of us are also the nation of dragons. The Agekoyo is a nation of dragons family. It's like I got confirmation when I was reading this friend of mine's Facebook. He's called Demi. Brilliant. I mean, just really unleashing the information of the ancestors. And he was talking about, I think it was him who was talking about the name of the dragon and how our people had all these rituals, with the river dragon.
Okay. Look, I'm tapping out on this, but I will say, so one thing that does actually bother me a lot is that we have a very distorted view of history when it comes to peoples and regions that otherwise we seem to have preconceived notions about. There were massive, spanning fucking empires, not only just in Africa, but also right here in North America, pre-colonialism, pre-even European contact for the most part. Things that have been lost to time largely because of materials that were being used at the time were not very stalwart to withstand erosion effects and things like that, but lots of evidence for it. So there's this notion, and it's very easy. It's a very Eurocentric, very Americanized view to disparage and think that there weren't big sweeping cultures, innovation, all sorts of crazy shit that came out of places that otherwise we would see as lesser technologically. This is inaccurate. Very, very inaccurate. At different times in history, African nations showed advances in diplomacy where Europeans were struggling to barely get out of the infancy of fucking feudalism. At the same time, complicated trade routes expanded all across North America, and there were more people that lived in North America than in Europe because Europe was devastated by a fucking Black Plague. All sorts of crazy shit like that. So it's important that we make sure we don't just disparage these types of things and just wheelie-dealy go with it. But that being said, that's my disclaimer. It's another thing to go absolutely batshit apeshit and be like, it was like Wakanda. Shut the fuck up. Come on, man. That's ridiculous. Also, we're all better off now anyway. As fucked up as the world can be in many, many different places and shit, we're still better off than we were 100, 200,000 years ago. Are dragons even a thing in African mythologies? To be honest, I don't know. I don't know. It seems kind of like a pretty common thing, so I imagine it's possible. So where is that? Okay, here we go. So Ian was very insistent that I have to share this with you. So here we go. This is apparently very important, and I think he might be right. This is more Victor. He's going to fight a box. I'm going to see him fight a box. I wish you had music for this. Jesus Christ. That box does not even know what's coming. He can't even see where the attack is coming from. He's so distracted. He's mesmerized by the swinging serenade, the wild pirouetting of his arms that confuses and hypnotizes him while he lightly taps the box with his feet. That is at least 15 pounds per square inch of pressure he is exerting on that old wooden box. Incredible, ladies and gentlemen. Incredible. He managed to crack the balsa wood. Did you see that? The raw power. The raw power. It's coming right again. Damn. Imagine if that was your body, you might get a minor bruise. That was fucking insane. Absolutely incredible. Well, thank you very much, Ian. It was everything I wanted it to be. That was great. Let's see. Where were we at? Cheeses Sammys are delicious. I agree, Mickey. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Chris John says, more money because I demand you make a new updated Wingnut tier list for old, current, and new ones. Ooh. Wait. Is that something you guys might be interested in? Because we haven't done a Wingnut tier video. I only did it once. And it was like a long-ass time ago. But I would be interested in doing that again. You know, and trying to, like, rank the Wingnuts, especially now after having done the Roundup for at least 5 years? Maybe 6? I don't know. How long have I been doing this shit? I started in a February of 1 year. I can't remember exactly when. Yes? I should do that? Is that capoeira? No, that is definitely not capoeira. That is Drunka Russian. That's the martial art that we were just watching. Drunka Russian. Okay, we could do a tier list. Absolutely. Okay, but here's the thing. If we're gonna do, okay, you know what? We're doing this right fucking now. I'm not fucking around. Okay. If we're gonna rate the Wingnuts, and I'll get right on this. I will fucking get right on this right away. And make a video on it. You have to accept that I am, in fact, the expert on this, but I'm going to rate the Wingnuts on 3 categories that you choose. So what should be the 3 categories by which we measure a Wingnut? What should they be? I want to know. Like right now in the chat. If you can think of something really interesting, a way by which a wingnut should be measured, a really good objective measurement for a wingnut, and how they should be ranked against each other, put it in the chat. Meanwhile, it doesn't take a lot of brain power to watch this very quick little video. We're gonna watch this video, but tell me, what should be the parameters for rating a wingnut? Ooh, okay. Ugh. Fucking chiropractors are stupid as fuck. Okay, so we've got some really good, interesting ones here. All right, we're gonna talk about this a little bit. Might as well do it live, Otherwise, that way I can actually like kind of communicate a little bit. Harm is a good one. However, I think if we're gonna talk about harm, it's more that we need to have a different type of competition. Wingnut doesn't necessarily have to be somebody who is a bad person, because we watch people who are wild wingnuts, and they're pretty highly ranked, I think, as far as wingnuts, but they don't hurt anybody. I think if we were to make harm one of the 3, it would have to be a different kind of contest, more like grifters or scam artists or things like that. I think we'd have to like make sure we have that delineation. Let's see. We've got rate their penises. No, definitely not. Creativity? Maybe. I think we can find a better word for that, though. Earnestness. That is actually a pretty good one. I wouldn't want to call it earnestness. I want to call it something more, a better word that's like having faith or like being all into it. Consistency. That might be asking too much of our friends. I'm just saying. Presentation and creativity, though, we can merge those together into... We need a word that's going to represent their overall presentation. We need a good word for that one, okay? Let's see. Incoherency. Yeah. Eccentricity is good. Notoriety is good. But I don't know if notoriety is going to be good for like a... Oh, it's close. Eccentricity / uniqueness might be one of the things. Let's see. Let's try this. Oh, fuck. I can't type right now. Shit. Ooh, showmanship. Ooh, that's good. Okay. Eccentricity. Oh, shit. I was not supposed to be typing that in the chat. I was supposed to be typing this on my eccentricity. Passion, imagination, I feel like those can be under showmanship. Those are the right things, though. That's the right things. Marketability. Eccentricity. Showmanship, I think, is good so far. Okay, so if we do something like eccentricity, which is like how unique and weird and bizarre they might be, showmanship is how well they're able to communicate that, and then the third one should be... conviction, sincerity. I don't know if I want to do things like reach. Conviction. Ooh, conviction and plausibility. Commitment. Ooh, that's good. Commitment. Ooh. Maybe, yes. Okay. Commitment. Because you know what? If we do commitment translates also whether or not their marketing is successful or not, doesn't matter. It depends on how much they're willing to like put into it and how much effort they're willing to try and like make that spread. I like that. I think that's good. I think that's really good. So like eccentricity, showmanship, and commitment. How would you rate Dr. Mumbi? I would rate her pretty fucking high. She's very eccentric. She obviously has decent showmanship because she's very charismatic. Not the best ever, but I'd rate her pretty high. And her commitment, she's been doing it for fucking years. What about charisma? Charisma is inside showmanship, I think. I think we can comfortably say that. I know the difference, but for the sake of having 3 different aspects to rate people, to rate wingnuts. So right now it's eccentricity, showmanship, commitment. Does anybody have a fucking problem with that? Let me know in the chat. We're going to get ready and we're going to watch our next video. I like it. I think this has been very productive. I think this is great. And I'll absolutely do a tier list for Jilly is damn committed. Oh, yeah. High on eccentricity. Jilly's showmanship is kind of shit, though. Showmanship's a little bit. It's evolution. Is it evolution? Are you sure? I don't know. Is it going to play? I just have it right here. Play. I literally have a button that makes it say it's called evolution, bitch, and it's not playing.
It's called evolution.
Oh, okay, there. Okay.
Bitch.
Thanks. Fine. Great. Okay. Couldn't just play it when I pushed it the first time, you fuck. Okay. Anyway, let's go. God fucking damn it. Wait. This is supposed to have a time code. Maybe not. Okay, well, let's go.
Let's do this right here. We're gonna we're breaking down. There's a lot of information came out last night, and a lot of knowledge came out of the original Copper Empress. That video we watching that we saw that I was watching last night. When they talk about the Civil War, and they talk about the Confederacy against the Union. There was never a civil war, all right?
No.
All right, and that's number one. There was never a civil war. They said that we were slaves and that the slaves joined the Union because they wanted to be free. You got to understand that the slaves were their own people. They were peasants who joined because they wanted to fight against the Confederacy.
Right. Well, I mean, there's a case to be made about compulsion and Sure.
Who were the Confederacy? We were, and we still are, the Confederacy. We were Confederate soldiers. You talk about the Seminole Confederacy, the Iroquois Confederacy, the Seneca Confederacy. I mean, you can go on and on. This is what we were. We the Confederacy. All right. And when you talk about the Confederacy Constitution, we did have our own source of Constitution, and it was laws that was designed to protect the land, to protect our people. We have always, for centuries, if you want to talk about calendar centuries, we have always fought for our planet, because we've always had alien beings want to fight and take land away from us.
There's a lot that just happened here, and I feel like I need to try and retrace my footsteps to understand where we came from. So, I feel like he said that there was no Civil War, and then that black people signed up to fight against Confederacy, but who was the Confederacy? They were the Confederacy. And then he cited a bunch of Native American tribes and then said that they fought against alien invaders. Okay. Fuck.
All right, or remove our planet from us. All right, and this is what we're dealing with now. So the Union and the Confederacy were our people fighting against these aliens. The Union were the alien species. All right, the Union was the alien.
Hold on. Hold on. You're telling me that in the Civil War, the Union were aliens, and all of the black people were Confederate soldiers fighting against aliens. I really, really hope that is not what is happening right now. I have not seen this video this far. I stopped about 20 seconds before, and I went, haha, this is really funny. This might break me. I might die. I might die.
Species, what you call the so-called whites and Orientals, they were the Union, all right? And they were all over the land. If you want to go, you into the Ethiopian Empire, which was the Ethiopian Confederacy. We were all Confederacies, all right? We were all Confederates. And we're going to get into the definition of Confederates a little later. But, we have to understand that we are the Confederate soldiers, all right? And these Saxons are the Union, but the thing, they after so much time has passed and they caused us to fall. We talked about the way they caused us to fall. They destroyed certain things that gave us power, that rendered us powerful, or whatever. And they made sure that we fall. We were still fighting. All right. So it's in their papers that we were still fighting them. Then something happened, and they began to gain more strength. All right. And they began to attack us in the middle of the night. All right. They learned that, this is why when you talk about the police department and all that, the police department is a part of them.
We're not talking about the police department. We're talking about the fucking Civil War. Can you? No, you just went from it was the middle of the Civil War. They were going to attack in the fucking night. And they're like, the police department likes to attack in the middle of the fucking night. No, stay on topic. I want to know. I need to know. Are white people and Asians all fucking aliens? Were black people part of the Confederate Army to fight against the Union, which was the whites and the fucking Asians? And is everything all fucked up because oh my god. I don't even want to draw conclusions from what the fuck he's talking about. This is so fucking nuts, dude. Holy shit. Oh my god.
Militia. And one of the main things they do? They like to attack in the night, or they like to gather up together and attack a certain area where they know that there are a few people and they can take them down. All right, but they're killing our people daily, brothers and sisters. All right, and our brothers and sisters don't understand that they are victims of a situation, but we are the Confederacy.
Okay, this is one of the problems when it comes to dealing with like wingnutty stuff and whatnot. So like, he says a thing like our brothers and sisters are dying and things like that, and like I understand, I get that, I'm very compassionate about this sort of thing, and so like there's very real world examples of horrible things that happen, and then they're like, white people and Asians are aliens, and I'm like, fuck. I have compassion for that, but also what the fuck? But like, what do you get whiplash trying to do this shit. I'm gonna give him 10 more seconds. No, 30 more seconds. I'm a masochist. Fuck it. This is wild.
And we need to get our Confederate soldiers back together again.
No.
All right, I can't.
You don't need to bring the band back together like it's a fucking 90s boy band. You do not need to bring back the Confederacy just because you think it was a bunch of black dudes just hanging out. 'Cause it wasn't. What are you doing? Oh, no, same. My brain just made the same sound.
Say this loud enough. All right, Confederate soldiers, we're gonna get into this here because we are the Confederacy. And when you talk about the Union, they are the Union. All right? And you talking about Union, you talking about different alien species who on a regular basis will be fighting against each other. They unionize, all right, because they all had a common cause. They all wanted to rule over the resources of our realm, because our resources that we have on our realm are rare in most parts of this galaxy. All right, so
everybody, yeah, rock your body, yeah, everybody, rock your body, right? Confederacy's back, all right. That's all I got. Fucking Christ, man. I cannot, I will not, I refuse, I'm done. I am done. What is... Oh, no. Oh, gosh. So, I'm looking at our programming. And, let me see. Let me see if she's available. That was some funny shit, man. That was hilarious. Oh, people are blowing me up on my phone. Hello. No, it's fine. I can't text you right now. I'm busy. I'm here with my favorite people that I only get to see once a month. It's true. Let's see. Did he watch Independence Day? I don't know. You know what's interesting about Remedy H is he will watch. Like, for instance, one of the first things that I saw of his was he did a video after the movie The Eternals came out, and he did a video and he was like, brothers and sisters of the Celestial Temple, I just watched the movie The Eternals, and basically that is the backstory of our people. And like just went off and retold the whole movie like it was real. Just did. Why not? No, Penny. Look at that. Look at that doofy dog. What do you have in your mouth? What do you have in your mouth? She makes this sound, and she wouldn't make it for the microphone. But every now and then when I look at her and I'm like, Penny, she'll look at me and she does this sound. She makes this she just groans at you. Like she's making an accusation. It's pretty hilarious. Like that? Yeah. I'm trying to get her to do it on mic. That's fine. So you get to watch the second Wild Naked Man video. Yay. Yeah. Yay or gay?
Yay.
Both good.
No, not
Oh.
on me. Not on me.
Oh, we're doing dog tricks. Yeah, fuck, why not?
Not on me. Come on.
Oh, she's going to be a circus performer. You could do... Oh, what a good girl! Yay! Good dog. What a great dog. Oh. That's the sound I was talking about. She makes that sound all the fucking time. It's so great.
It's her happy sound.
Yeah, it is her happy sound for sure.
She's choking on something I love.
I make that sound when I choke on something I love.
No.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. Or I will now. All right. And you got that. Boom, boom, boom. All right, be right back. Thank you.
Boom, 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 boom. I want you in my room. That's how that song goes, right? Wow. Yeah. Can you hear the rain when he opened the door? It was like, shh. Real loud. Real loud. Wait. Is it this one? It used to have the YouTube icon, and he changed the icon, so I had to, like, guess. So I picked the one that says Wingnut Roundup. So that's good. Let's see.
So one of my favorite activities in men's work is to get naked and just pull on my sack in front of red light. So I get the testosterone boost from the 660, 850 nanometer wavelength frequencies, which has been clinically proven.
This is way less boring than the last video he made me watch.
Plus, I just train the sack. I just pull on the genitalia and just pull them down into more of like an alpha lion. Like if you look at like a lion in the wire, their ball sacks just hang in a very stag-like manner. And that's the way that...
Pretty sure all sacks just kind of hang in a sack-like manner. Right? I don't know. I don't stare at balls all the time. So, like, I don't know. I don't even know what to say. Yeah.
Human ball sacks are designed to hang too, but because of all the atrazine, glyphosate, xenoestrogens, microplastics, our penises and balls are shriveling up into sort of like an ovary, clitoris state. Not that
No. No. Bad. Can I bop you on the head? Hang on, I'm going to bop you on the head. No. 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 I had to go so far away. I was bopping him on the head. I was saying no, but I'm short, so I had to like go all the way over there.
there's anything wrong with that, but we want to like really enhance the polarity, because attraction to women is based in polarity. The more you shunt yourself into your divine masculine in body, mind, soul, including cock and balls, the more attractive and attracted to beautiful divine feminine women you become. Because according to David Data, attraction to women is based in polarity, or attraction to men with a divine feminine essence will be enhanced.
No?
I don't think it has to do with polarity.
No, it definitely doesn't.
Because, like, my attraction to women has nothing to do with polarity.
No, of course not.
And your attraction to women has nothing to do with polarity.
Sure. It's like, when it comes to people who do this kind of...
he's overthinking it.
Well, yeah, because the thing is, when it comes to people that have this kind of belief system, they have to make a system. There has to be a system by which they can like sell you on a conceptual belief, so that they can like shill and sell you on something.
Why is he making something so simple, into something so complicated, though?
Because that's how people will buy into his belief system.
It's the most complicated excuse to play with himself ever.
I know. I've been making this argument for a while. Just touch dick.
Just do it.
Just do it.
You don't need an excuse, bro. Like,
Will
they
you
belong to you.
Will
As long as you don't do it in public or near a school.
Has nobody given him permission? I'm gonna give him permission. Will, you have my permission. You can just do it. Just do it, bro. Just do it.
Oh, I wonder if he grew up Lutheran.
Oh, well, I mean, I did.
So did
but,
I.
Yeah, but just you've got to break free
and touch your pee-pee.
I want to break free from these lies. You're so not self-satisfied. You don't need it. You just gotta break free. God knows.
I went full seal there, didn't I?
Yeah.
Or.
That's great.
Because it doesn't really matter what body you're in terms of gender. What matters is that polarity factor.
No. You had a good message. It was good. You were right there. I was with you.
I want to touch my dick so it looks like a lion's dick. No, it was his balls. He's like, I'm stretching and playing with my balls so they look like lion's balls.
It's funny too.
But you're not a lion. You're a man.
Yeah,
They're just gonna look like man balls.
You are a human.
Maybe a little irritated from you over playing with them, but whatever.
You know what lions have that humans don't? Internal penises. We don't have internal penises that have to come out of the sheath, you know. So why do if my dick cannot become internalized like a lion's penis, why would I want to have lion balls? Balls. You know, it's very weird. It's very strange.
Yeah, and then he was saying how like because of glyphosate and microplastics and all of these other things, men's cock and balls are shrinking and turning into ovaries, and I got real mad. Like, no,
that is not true.
That is not how this works, sir.
That is not true. No, absolutely not. Sorry.
Not how this works. Do not equate your nasty, gross, sweaty balls to fucking badass ovaries.
What's wrong with balls?
They're weird. They're weird.
Well, no, they are weird.
They're weird.
They are weird. I will grant you.
I mean, I'm sure like if
but don't call them gross.
I'm sure if like ovaries were outside too, like they'd be weird. They'd be gross. But mine are hidden. You can't see the gross.
You know what I'm gonna say?
What?
I'm gonna say that everybody's genitalia is beautiful in their own right. They're beautiful in their own way. They might be different and sometimes strange. Sometimes, maybe not aesthetically up to what some people would think, but I think that everybody's genitals are beautiful.
That's a very kind sentiment to have.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I'm not going to be judgy about people's genitalia.
Well, I'm not.
I'm
just talking about balls in general.
Yeah, well, I understand that.
Did I hurt your feelings?
Yeah,
I'm
a little
sorry.
bit.
I didn't mean to hurt your feelings.
I have beautiful balls. My balls are gorgeous. If you put a little bit of blush and some googly eyes on my balls, they could win a fucking beauty contest. I'm serious. Put a little frock on them. You're imagining it right now. My balls with googly eyes and a frock. That's what you deserve. Being so judgmental about balls.
Balls are fucking weird and gross. I'm sorry. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of balls.
Canceled. You're canceled. You're canceled. Canceled. Fellas, I love your balls. I'm a hero. I'm a hero of the manosphere right here.
I do think it is a weird design flaw for them to just be like hanging outside of you, though.
I will agree to that. Yeah, they are an easy target for
like it makes sense to have the
ballistic impacts.
The dick outside because then you have insertion and easier for reproduction. But why are your balls outside?
I can answer that actually.
Why?
Cooling. For cooling.
But if they're inside, they're internally regulated temperature-wise. They don't It doesn't fucking...
Yeah, but you want your sperm to actually be a cooler temperature than your internal body temperature.
Weird.
It's true though.
But then why is it hot?
Why are my balls hot?
No,
Because they're sexy.
No.
Because they're sexy balls. Just because when you gaze at them, you get flushed. You're fighting against the fact that you love. Anyway, go on, get out of here. I love you. Go on. Thank you for giving me a pee break.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Merry holiday, everybody. And Penny. Bye, Penny. Show us what a lion's balls look like. Not on this stream. No, sir. No, sir. Not gonna happen. Oh, I gotta catch up real quick. Ooh. Oh wow, there's actually a few that I have not read. Isolationist, agorist, Happy New Year, cheers, and yada yada and whatnot. Thank you very much. Secret Lars says dum dum dum. It's the Dragons family. Screwbucket says threat to others, threat to themselves, disconnect from observable reality. Ooh. That's a good tier list, but I like what we managed to pick so far for our tier list. Let's see. KIGF says, if I learned one thing today, it's the connection of Dr. Mumbi, the big bad black dragon, Mud Fossil University, and Wakanda. It is all interconnected. I feel like there is maybe a book somewhere in that would be independently published on Amazon. Secret Lars says, did he watch Independence Day? Remedy H. So, you know what's funny? I wasn't really sure like when I was going to mention this, but I guess this is like as good of a time as any. So, a few months back, it was like 4 or 5 months ago, and yes, we're taking a pause from the entire fucking roundup just so I can tell you the stupid fucking anecdote, and we're going to do it, and we're going to do it right fucking now. About 4 or 5 months ago, I was sitting back, and I don't remember like how I thought about this, but I remember.
Happy New Year, Jeff.
What?
May 2023 be a bit less crazy than the last couple have been. Less than 3 to all of you over there, including all your balls.
Or Danny, did you just gift me $110? Are you serious? Buddy, thank you so much. That's very, very sweet of you. I really appreciate that. Thank you, my friend. Ardania, Red Royals, a bunch of people have been with me for a long time. Years and years and years and years. They're my mods. They're my friends. They're the people who've like helped me through thick and thin. Some bad fucking times on the internet. I fucking love you guys. I love you. You are so fucking amazing. And you're generous, and you don't have to be, because you already like do so much to just help me, you know, which is mind blowing. And I love you. Thanks, buddy. I really appreciate you. Aw, now I'm all flustered and shit. I'm supposed to be telling this story. I love you, Ordania. Okay, so 4 or 5 months ago, I don't remember how exactly I remembered this, but I was like, fuck, man. Didn't they make a sequel to Independence Day? I think they did. I think I watched it. I think it was not good. But I don't really quite remember. Huh. So I went and I looked it up, and I'm like, is it streaming? It's an Independence Day Resurgence. I went to look it up. Is it streaming anywhere? No, it is not. It is not streaming anywhere. I'm like, oh, shit, okay. Well, not sponsored, but let's boot up old Express VPN and see if I can find it. Sure can. Find one, but it is terrible, terrible quality. I'm like, what the fuck is this? This is a movie that was millions and millions and millions of dollars spent to make this fucking movie, and nobody remembers it, and you can't find it anywhere, even illegally. And so I made it my quest to find a copy of it in a secondhand store. And I tried. I tried for months and months and months and months and months. And then 4 days ago, I found it. I found it randomly at a St. Vincent de Paul. I found it, and I'm like, fuck yeah, and I bought it. And I brought it home. I stuck it in my PS4, and I put it on, and man, does that movie fucking suck. That movie is shit. What a boring, terrible, stupid waste of hundreds of millions of dollars. What the fuck is that shit? Absolutely incredible. I'm in awe. I'm in awe.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey.
Tried to buy some merch from you.
Aw.
It got lost in the mail.
No way.
Contacted the site. They charged me a guide for the package to get lost, again, and now won't refund me. So here's some money so I can steal your designs and print them myself, laughing face.
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you serious? Okay, so I'm one of the reasons why I haven't been I didn't want to even promote the website that I did the t-shirts through is they're kind of shit and kind of trash anyway. Do me a favor, that ginger kid. Do me a favor and send me an email, jeff@jeffholiday.com. Tell me exactly what happened. I'll see what I can do on my end to actually get your money back. And like there are print shops around town. And in the meantime, I'm gonna try and figure out a way for me to use a different distributor because that's fucked up. And I'll try and figure out a way that I can literally make that shirt for you myself and send it to you. Because that's fucked up. That's bullshit. I'm so sorry. That's beyond my control, but I'll try and do my best to make sure that's rectified. That's so fucked up. Brand Ever says, Lincoln wore that big hat to hide his antennae. We all knew that. Lincoln was definitely an alien. Simon Roper says, the next 420 will be in Los Angeles and Las Vegas. I still don't know what 420 is supposed to be in representation for that. I don't know exactly what we're talking about. Screwbucket says, you've asked your brother if he's a plant. You asked your brother if he was a wizard. This has all been disproven, but have you ever asked your brother if you were an alien? I have not. I have not. I'm tempted to. Maybe we'll see. Secret Lara says, I wonder if we can convince Wild Naked Man to be like a kangaroo and have him twist his genitals upside down. I imagine with the right kind of priming, you could get Wild Naked Man to do pretty much anything. All right. Anyway, time for Jillian.
Against them because you don't want anyone discriminating against you. You know, that's the whole thing about it. If you don't want people saving you, then don't try to save other people. That's another concept that is very difficult, which I found today when I went on to phys.org and was, I was refuting their suggestion to use tomatoes and potatoes as a cancer cure. And I'm like, oh my God, using food as medicine. Of course, all the different trolls out there that are unblocked because I have a new account, like, oh, the Jilly Juice girl, doing all their troll stuff. And saying, oh, are you trying to, did you regrow your limbs yet? Nah. And I'm like, well, if you stop taking your anti-inflammatories, if you stop cutting out percentages of your body through surgeries and medicine and all of that, maybe you might actually regrow a limb and organ. You might.
I know it's supposed to be Oregon, but it sounds like you might regrow a limb in Oregon. Fascinating. If you don't take your anti-inflammatories and you don't have surgery, like surgery is just something people do just because, you might regrow a limb or organ. Okay, sure.
Might give your body a chance. But you can't tell someone who's suffering that, right? So then you give them another opportunity, another option. Because like anything, science is about two opposite sides that are completely relative to intention. And so if you want to...
What? Science is about having two sides relevant to intention.
Take away someone's pain, that's fine. That has to be FDA approved. But on the other side of it, somebody who wants to regrow their organs and limbs and all that stuff, they have to deal with the pain and feed it all food in the food supply, and they have to pull out the fecal programming.
Okay, now we have to stop. So if somebody doesn't want to deal with pain, fine, but they won't regrow their limb. But if you want to regrow your limb, you have to deal with the pain and feeding the pain by eating the food that'll make the pain worse, and then pulling out your poo-poo, and then pulling out your poo-poo. So so no, I'm like, no, I'm sorry. This is more of like an internal joke for me right now because I've been thinking about this for a while. Jillian has not been talking about doing waterfalls for a long time, but she's been talking a lot, and I mean a lot, this past year about pulling out the poop. So I don't think that Jillian cares that much about having diarrhea. I think she's obsessed with manually pulling shit out of her butt. And I might be wrong. I don't want to put words into her mouth or poop in her ass. That's what it fucking sounds like to me. And I'm really upset.
And that is also relevant. But you cannot tell someone who is highly discriminatory, who is extremely intolerant, lack diversity, that there is another argument that is just as relevant as theirs. And then you come to find out that they're just as hypocritical as everyone else out there who attacks other people. Because they're trying to save people, as well as I'm trying to save people on some level. And we're all trying to save each other.
You're such a saint, Jillian.
But then it's in plain sight. The medical, holistic, vet system, the order of operations is you start off in the nursery, end up in the morgue. The JJ world, there is no order of operations where you start off in the nursery, end up in the morgue. It's just continuous life, but we're not doing everything that they're suggesting in the veterinary industry or in...
Veterinary industry? Is that a slip up? Is she thinking about her dog or something? I don't know.
The holistic or allopathic industry. We're saying you feed the energy. You pull out the fecal programming.
What does that What does that mean? What does it pull out the fecal programming? What does that even mean? Pull out the fecal programming. I'm fucking dying. What the fuck? Fucking pull out the fecal programming.
And you deal with the pain. But I can't tell someone that they have to deal with pain, especially if I don't know what kind of predisposed issues. So then they have to go and qualify themselves along with their doctor to see if they even want to attempt that kind of journey. And so, yeah, that's why in my book, I say what I...
You can hear Sugar in the background, like tappa, 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 tappa. Just like fucking wandering around and shit. Like, and the thing is, like, I don't want to be cruel or anything. Sugar is an old dog. And props to Jillian, Sugar was rescued. Jillian rescued Sugar from a bad situation. So a lot of people, like, they make accusations that Jillian abuses her dog. I take these accusations very seriously, and I look into it as much as I can. I have yet to see anything except that maybe Jillian feeds her dog some fucked up shit. But aside from her maybe, like, experimenting poorly with a better diet for her dog, aside from that, which is just naive and dumb, I haven't seen her actually abuse the dog. And I will give Jillian credit for actually taking in a rescue. So I will give her that. I don't know any further than that. Nothing's been confirmed. The moment I think she's actually abusing the dog, you'll fucking hear an earful about it. Absolutely.
I'm not trying to instruct anyone. And that's, and people want that. They want someone to instruct them, but you really can't. Because you can't be them. You can't even know everything that they encounter. Even if you live with them. They still have to be the one to go into the bathroom and pull out the poop. You can't,
What?
You don't want to be pulling out someone else's poop unless they are elderly and you are their nurse and that was part of their protocols.
Sure. You only want to be pulling out your own poop. I guess. I don't know.
Medical protocols. That's not, you don't want some stranger who is not certified to go into your body and pull out the programming. So it's either you got to do it or you hire someone to do it for you that is licensed. And so, no, I can't be the one to instruct anyone on anything. And so, so this whole journey of the JJ world and giving birth to yourself and my dog and myself, my dog is proof that I just brought her back from the fucking dead.
Is she, though?
I brought myself back from the dead this last summer when I had those co-infections where I could barely move, barely eat, barely drink water. And when I dragged myself into the tub and pulled out the programming, that's what gave me a new lease on life. If I would have left that programming in, I probably would have been dealing with long COVID like everyone else out there.
So, okay. This is the last thing I'm going to say about this video. We're moving on. What Jillian just said was that she was incredibly sick. She went into a bathtub and she pulled a giant long string of shit out of her butt. And that's what saved her life. Otherwise, she would be disabled from long COVID. Sure. I mean, look, I have no data to repudiate that. I'm just going to assume that she's telling the truth, and that she has some reason for making that claim. I'm just saying. So next, I wanted to share something with you guys. So we found this live on Twitch, twitch.tv/RealJeffHoliday. I try and stream pretty regularly and pretty often. If you need more like live content of me like reacting and interact with me, check out my Twitch. When we were getting ready for this roundup, somebody clued me into the Church of the Almighty God. Now, the Church of the Almighty God is a Christian sort of sect. It is a fanatical doomsday religious Christian cult that started in China and had to be ousted from China because of anti-governmental stances. And I started digging a little bit into it, and they're like, no, you have to see their music videos. So we're going to watch one of them right now. And this is so fucking weird. Oh, yes. Oh, no. Okay, yes, you're right. Okay, before we watch this, let me catch up real quick. My bad. I don't want to miss the donations. I'm sorry. And then we're going to watch the music video. Goose Juice says, I recently came out to my Muslim parents, but I told them I still love them, and Allah dick, that is. Cheers to the New Year's, Mr. Holiday. Goddamn, Goose. Goddamn. You're a beast, and you're a prince. Secret Lars says, Jilly being out here regrowing her hymen. Why not? Fuck it. Yami says, oh, hey, it's Jillian. How's your husband who never touches you? Oh, that's so mean. That is so mean, Yami. That's so cruel. And you're making me read it. It's... God damn it. Since you smell like what crawled into the swamps to die an awful death with the stench burning your nostrils like 1,000 suns, wonder if you do get poked, you explode like a dead balloon. Jesus fucking Christ, Yami. What the fuck? If I give you a doggy biscuit, will you go and take a shower so you don't smell like what you rolled in something that died? Come on, girl, dog whistle. You could do it. Maybe your husband will finally give you the pets you want. Jesus Christ. Okay. All right, Yami. Calm down. Jesus fuck, man. All right, anyway. This is some spiritual music for you. God is abundantly merciful and profoundly wrathful. Everybody ready to praise God? We're going to praise God up in here. feel like I'd be more comfortable if this is like a Meatloaf song, you know? Like, I don't know. I'm a man and I'm fragile. I can be both sweet and wrathful. You know, like that kind of shit. Not like God. It's weird. It's very weird. Super strange. Thunder Student. Jillian's husband probably left her to go bang Charlene. Wait, what was Charlene? Shit, wait. That was deep lore, wasn't it? That was deep lore from... What was Charlene? Shit. Chat, help me out. I'm having an old boomer moment where I feel like my brain just melted. Charlene is an old reference to something. God, I need to remember. You're all going to put me in a home. Oh, no. Fuck. Can't remember. Secret Lara says, if there's any religious speech one should actually listen to, then it's from Joshua Graham, baddest motherfucker in the Mojave. Joshua Graham. I'll write that down. I'll check him out later. Charlene was Private Pyle's rifle and full metal jacket. I don't think that's what that was. Tell us how to find this music video. The Church of the Almighty God. That's their YouTube channel, and that's like where I found it. Charlene was Cheryl's Western singer persona on Archer. No, that's not it. God says, please stop, you morons. Lip syncing is making me look bad. You're right. You're right. Also, God, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. It's an honor and a privilege. I know I've known you were a fan for a long time, but also we got to talk about something, and it's this one.
Masturbation is a form of witchcraft.
Oh.
See, I hope you understand that when you get attacked with sexual morality, a lot of times Christians say, oh, I'm just struggling. I. When really it's a demonic attack and you need to bind it. See, you need to look at the root of what's going on here and realize that it is not God leading you to masturbate, so therefore it is the enemy. See, the enemy...
Wait. If God's not leading me to masturbate, does it have to be the enemy? Is it always one or the other? Or can there be such a thing as like an in-between? Like, that's what I don't really understand about this kind of mentality. And like, I get it. Obviously, this woman is a dumb fuck and a grifter. But if I'm walking down my kitchen, I'm like, I could eat a cheese sandwich. Or I could eat a healthy salad. Is it God that tells me the salad and the devil that tells me a cheese sandwich? Or can there like be instances where they have nothing to do with it? Is that possible? Can we like acknowledge that not every aspect of our lives has something to do with either God or Satan? You know, like it's weird.
The enemy knows how to stifle and how to stop intimacy. And when I say intimacy, I mean the connection that we have as daughters and sons to God, that we have to be his children, that we can talk to him, that we can become transformed to look more like Jesus. See,
this woman has never come. Never. She has never had an orgasm ever.
There's something on your life that the enemy wants to ruin. See, he knows you're called by God.
Or she came too much, doing some real raunchy stuff, and she felt so bad about it that she then turned away from it, and now her life is fulfilled by this kind of shit. I mean, both could be equally true.
He's not worried about that because he knows he can't stop that or change that. He knows you're anointed. He can't steal your oil. But what he can do is he can...
If masturbation is witchcraft, then I'm Harry Potter. I don't know if I'm at Gandalf levels, but I'm at least a Snape, man. I'm at least a Professor Snape. Fucking Jesus Christ. Oh, wait. These are J.K. Rowling references. I'm at least a Snape at jerking off to transporn. There you go. Not a lie, either.
ruin you by you ruining yourself. See, masturbation is a self-sin. But see, what happens is that the enemy comes in with a demonic attack. And when we get anxiety, when we get panic, we say, oh, Jesus, I'm getting attacked right now. But when you masturbate, you don't say, oh, I'm getting attacked. Not.
How are you masturbating? It sounds like your masturbation is very boring. I mean, if you don't feel like you're being physically assaulted when you masturbate, you're doing it wrong.
Anyone is realizing that this is a demonic attack and it's a form of witchcraft. Masturbation is a form of control. You understand that you are literally controlling an orgasm. You're controlling your own pleasure.
Yeah, dope. Yeah, super dope.
That is witchcraft. That is a curse that you begin to place over your own life that will then literally bleed into your future children's life. This means that this will become a generational curse that
bleed like oozing. Fuck, jeez, I'm thinking about this too much.
You started or that your parents started that will now go to the next generation. It's witchcraft. What we don't realize as Christians, because not enough Christians speak the truth at all, is that we have to bind the witchcraft of masturbation, the broken pattern. See, if you look at anyone.
So you need to tie up his penis and then slap his penis and tell it it's a sinful, dirty, dirty boy. You need to slap it and then get a bunch of spit on your hand and you know what's fucking me up about this? What's really fucked up about this whole situation? Everything that's coming out of her mouth is absolute, like, hateful garbage. I don't want to sound like a sleazeball. I really don't mean to. But everything that's coming out of her mouth right now sounds like hateful garbage, and it's kind of turning me on. I'm not trying to, but she's the one that's influencing me, okay? She's the one that's putting the devil, she's putting Satan into my ear right now, okay?
They always say, oh, I can't stop the pattern. I can't stop because it's a pattern. See, we have to look at the spirit of masturbation and bind it. And we have to go in the name of Jesus. Just like I cancel every other demonic assignment against my life, I cancel the assignment of sexual morality. I cancel the assignment of wet dreams. I cancel the assignment of having orgasms in my dreams. I cancel the assignment of masturbation. I cancel the assignment of sexual immorality over my life. You got to bind the enemy. You got to show him where the line is. You got to draw the line and you got to say, you can't touch me. See, the enemy then wants to put you in.
Dude, no, listen, okay. I'm tapping out. I'm officially tapping out because I swear to God, I understand what she's trying to do with this video, and it is doing the exact opposite for me. It is not achieving what she wants to achieve right now. All I'm hearing is these just absolutely explicit sexual undertones, and I don't think that's appropriate for the Roundup. Thank you very much. I would thank you not to sexually taint my live stream. God, what is it with these Christians? All right. Moving on. Let's see. Yammy Jacket says, if masturbation is witchcraft, then all I can say is, sisters, where are my sisters for? I marry need the rest of my Sanderson sisters. Love you, Cats and Bread. Oh. Patrick says, Joshua Graham is a character from Fallout New Vegas. Also, shout out to Crystal, my best friend and wife for 23 years. Cheers. Hey, shout out to Crystal. Aw, I hope you guys are both having a fantastic night tonight. You enjoying yourselves? I'm having a good time. About to fall over, but that's okay. Lucifer Morningstar says, I don't know what this bitch is going on about. She's crazy. Thank you, Lucifer. Listen, I've been meaning to call. I'm sorry it's been a while. I'm glad you're doing well. Yeah, I don't know what she's up to either. It's weird. Screwbucket says, masturbation is witchcraft. Oh shit, Jeff. You weren't specific enough. Your brother isn't a wizard. He's a witch. Sorry, I keep coming back to this joke, but I fucking love the idea that you constantly asking your brother stupid fucking questions. No, I love it. My brother Jimmy is one of the coolest motherfuckers on the planet. He is such a good fucking dad, an awesome fucking human being, a stand-up fucking guy, never judges anybody, never has a mean word to say about a motherfucker out there in the world. Jimmy is like one of those people that, like, just by him being just who he is, I feel like I have room to grow because he's such a decent human being. He's like one of the greatest people ever. I love my brother Jimmy. He is so fucking cool. Thunder Rain says she needs to get herself off and calm down. I agree. I think, like, we were actually kind of privy with that video to basically watching her version of masturbation. I think that's pretty much what we were watching. We're almost into the pipe. We're almost 5 by 5. We're so close to the end. I know we're already at 3 hours and whatnot, but just stick with me. We got 5 videos to go, and 4 of them are very quick. So let's go. It's time for some Steven Rodriguez. What are you up to, Steven Rodriguez?
Well, world, it's fucked up.
It's fucked up.
Parents fucked it up.
It's fucked up.
Well, actually, females fucked it up because I'm a female in disguise.
Wait, females fucked it up and you're a female in disguise. Well, you know what? Trans rights based. Glad you found yourself. Good for you, Steven Nerds. Or whatever you want to call yourself now, you know?
First males fucked it up, then females fucked it up for children. So
first males fucked it up, then females fucked it up. Equality! We did it, Reddit! We did it! That wasn't that funny.
Original sin are both parents abandoning, torturing, tormenting, aborting, brutalizing children, killing them, raping them, and then eating them.
What?
That's because that's what we are. We are what we eat.
We're children?
Fruits, vegetables, grains, and meat. Given to us by our moms. Blue Planet, that's our mother. We're not supposed to torture, torment, rape.
What?
Bleed Mother Earth to death, but blame white females.
Wait. Okay, we just went through a whole kaleidoscope full of things that you think are bad. And now it's white females. White females. Ladies, on notice.
I blame white females. Then I blame black males.
Not sure where that came from, but okay.
For behaving exactly like white males, particularly doctors.
So you blame white females and then you blame black males for acting like white males, specifically like doctors. Okay. Oh, and that's it. And that's the end of the video. Amazing. Well, goddamn. Well, fuck me dead. Holy shit. Those were words. Those were words that were spoken, and they were spoken in certain parameters that made vaguely sentences, and then we have that. Okay, well, okay, huh. Well, huh. Interesting. Huh. Huh. Let's do this.
Hi everyone, welcome to Farsight's ET News, the news show that tells you what the extraterrestrials are up to.
You're supposed to be blue. It's Avatar Month. What are you doing? What are you doing? It's Avatar Month. Disrespectful.
Starting in late November 2022, the ET News of what is going to happen, not what did happen. My time traveling friends, let me tell you why Farsight is not a pacifist organization. See, we believe in non-aggression, but that is very different from pacifism. You see, a pacifist believes that it is inappropriate to fight, but that is not us. Here at Farsight, we have seen a universe where every single free species stays free by being able to defend itself. But here's the key. We do not like to pick fights. We don't beat up others in order to gain control. And we are fine with letting everyone do their own thing. Again,
all of this sounds totally fine. Totally fine. The old adage, like, not. And honestly, this is it's very tired. This idea of like, well, we're not pacifist. We're not pacifist. We just end fights. You know, we don't start them, but we end fights. We'll respond in kind. Like, all of this is very fine, very middle school. It's fine. Nothing about this is wrong. It's just when you're in this kind of makeup and you say it, it's weird. It's weird. It's different.
We believe in non-aggression.
I mean, she doesn't look like Shrek. She does not look like Shrek at all. But I don't feel like we should I don't think we should make Shrek jokes because like she doesn't look like Shrek. She's got kitty ears on, but she's also green. There's got to be something more clever that we can do. There's got to be something way more clever. I'm really not sure what she's going for. We got to figure it out.
We love everyone and we want the best for everyone. But we also realize through our own firsthand experiences gained while remote viewing that the galaxy is full of bullies. Bullies who do not believe in non-aggression. So if they want something, they will try to do anything in their power to get it. So for a minute, let me explain to you the impotence of being a bully.
Okay.
Impotent bullies. You heard me right. Please hear me out. You see, someone who believes in non-aggression loves it when others live creative lives that they enjoy experiencing. But we have no control over how those others create their experiences.
Okay. So one of the reasons why I'm kind of curious, I've been curious about this video and I wanted to like watch it a little bit more carefully. They're talking about what a bully is. And the very first words about what they describe a bully is very incoherent. Like please say it again.
We can only watch and celebrate the beauty that they create. However, they create it.
Okay.
We are free will beings.
What is this shiny espion going on about?
I don't know. I'm not really sure. So what we're watching right now, the title of this video is ET News November 2022 trailer ET Bullies. And so they want to talk about bullying. And I think bullying is a fascinating concept and I like talking about bullying. But I like this is weird.
And free will beings are non-aggressive.
Okay.
But bullies are the opposite. They feel inadequate.
Free will beings are non-aggressive. That's not true.
Among themselves, both collectively and individually. And they conceive of a universe in which they can design a solution to their sense of inadequacy. They think that if they can get everybody to obey them, then that would eliminate how badly they actually feel about themselves. So they create a belief system or an ideology based on a vision of how things should work if they were in control.
Okay, so this is what I think is very, very inaccurate about this. I understand, don't get me wrong, we're at 3 hours and 12 minutes into the fucking Roundup, and I'm about to wax poetic about what is and is not the psychological process of bullying. Is this going to go well? Who's to say, okay? But we're going to do it anyway. The idea of just trying to water down whether or not somebody's a bully into them just simply being inadequate and enacting like some sort of like societal pressure or being a shithead or compulsory pressuring you into shit because of their own feelings of inadequacy is so fucking dumb. That is not going to be a representative, accurate portrayal of like bullying. Bullying comes from lots of different places, tons of different places. It can be cultural. It can be, hey, everybody in this town is all raised this one religious denomination and you are not that religious denomination, so we're going to bully the fuck out of you and abuse you and mistreat you. It can be, hey, my dad beats the shit out of me every fucking day and I have no control, So I respond by beating the shit out of anybody I can. It can be lots of stuff, lots of things. But this high pompous idea of like, it's all about inadequacy because they dick small is dumb. And it does not actually address the root cause of why somebody might be abusive. I think that's a horrible way to look at this type of thing. I think it's very dumb. And the thing is, too, and this is what makes it super funny. The whole thing about like bullying in general is not funny. It's not funny. It's a thing that happens all the time in different aspects, in different walks of life, different scenarios and interactions and whatever. But what makes it funny in this instance is not only are we not talking about just one simple dynamic of like one simple culture and interaction in a small town or a large city or even a county or a state or a nation. This is galactic spanning fucking aliens. And the only reason why a whole entire race of aliens might be bullies is because they dick small. This is the most low rent, uninspired, dog shit, bad writing fucking shit I've ever heard in my life. The only reason why the reptilians are such bullies is because they dick small. You fuckers. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. It's bad writing. It's bad writing. Honestly, the production company should fire the fucking showrunners, bring somebody new on, rewrite the whole fucking story arc, and start over for the next season, okay? Because this is tripe. It's dog shit. I don't like it. I'm done. It's just bad writing. It's bad writing. And from Farsight, I expect better. I need high quality exposition and fine crafted stories and arcs in the kind of media that I consume. I have taste. And that's why we have to watch some piss videos next.
Hey guys, it's your boy. I want to jump on another live because I've just been doing something here in the hotel. I bought, because I've got some dark, you know me, HHWH. And by the way, look at my video before, I've just done a second ago, and look at my hair now. Look at the difference in my hair. It looks way cooler, way more youthful, shiny, shimmery, and sexy.
Yeah, youthful, shiny, shimmery, and sexy hair there, Harry Matadine. What did you do differently with your hair?
The reason why is because of the aged urine.
Oh.
So obviously, I'm a big fan.
I love that now his spray bottle is completely black. It's completely black. There's no transparency. Gone. Totally gone. Black piss.
Wrote that book on aged urine. I've been doing it for many years. I love aged urine. I don't really care about looking good. I'm not really into that as much, guys. I'm just into health and having high vibrancy. And this is rank old fermented aged urine, and it looks very dark.
He even calls it rank old aged urine. Rank old aged urine.
Because it's probably really old. Now, when I say old, I don't know, but I know it's very old because it's.
I don't know. I pissed in it at some point, and then my ass, I just forgot about it. I mean, who has time to remember when you peed in things? I pee on lots of things all the time. I walk around, I'm like, little bit of pee here, little bit of pee there, little bit of pee there. When did that happen? I don't know. I'm just too busy walking through life, hoping I can find my next ayahuasca trip. Derp.
It's dark. And plus, you've got to factor in EMFs and non-EMF zones, age it faster, and all this yada yada.
Yeah,
anyway,
blah.
This in your hair, and yes, it's in a plastic bottle.
Oh no.
Oh no, it's in a plastic bottle. As
BPEs.
Aged urine is more powerful. Shivambu is more powerful on plastic. So don't worry. And glass bottles break. So this will.
See, it's different. It's different. You don't have to worry about the plastic leaching into the aged urine because the aged urine is more powerful than the plastic. The aged pee-pee repels the plastic, much like how it will actually repel anyone ever dating you. That's amazing. Yes, this is fermented piss he's talking about.
Last me a long time and not break. But when you put it in your hair,
yes, just
it doesn't
go.
smell
Just
too bad because
yeah.
it's so old.
Doesn't
so
smell.
That's a huge deal because if it's not old enough, it's going to smell, and the smell will stay in your hair. It smells rank. But also, I've got a few hours before I need to get out of this room. So by that time, the smell would have most likely gone. But there isn't any smell to it. But
You know, when you rub your hair with a bunch of piss and it stinks, just sit around for a while. Just wait before you go out. Let your pee-pee hair smell a little bit less pee-pee. Then you can go out and people won't smell your pee-pee hair as much.
Anyway,
I'm
rubbing it.
Yeah.
As you can see into my hair.
Fuck yeah.
And it's fucking cool shit, man.
Oh, it's cool shit. It's
great
cool
for
shit,
moisturizing
Harry.
your hair. It really is.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Fucking brilliant. It's great for healing. And it's not just even the look thing. It actually gets into your brain. So I want to...
So you have piss brain. You... So you have pee-pee brain. It gets into your brain. You have piss brain. Fantastic.
Say as well, as I'm doing it into my hair, the main reason I actually do it is because it's a powerful health flurry and it detoxes you and gets in from the skin into that organ of the body, into the skin, the fascia, and it gets stuck there. All those negative ions. What that does, it starts getting into the blood networks.
So the piss gets through your skin, into your organs, into your blood network. So now you've got piss in your brain and piss in your blood. Okay?
What you call it, fitting out the blood, so it's smooth and electrical.
So it smooths and it electrifies your blood. The piss smooths and it electrifies your blood. Okay, fuck, okay.
More oxygen from this going into the blood, which is slowing your breath down, making you much calmer. The key to health is slowing down breath. The key to calmness, and it's because it's going into the brain too. It's if you're in a stress state of high beta, it's lowering your levels to a low beta.
I'm in a stress state right now, actually. Yeah.
Then you go into alpha, theta flow. You get a better sleep. So it's transforming brainwaves, and it's doing a lot of things.
It's transforming brainworms. Yeah, no, I think that's pretty accurate. Actually, I think it is transporting brainworms. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, I gotta catch up on some stuff. Okay. Simon Roper says, May 2023 be a year for us all with love. Thank you so much, Simon. I appreciate you, buddy. Secret Lara says, you are what you eat, so stay away from fruits, nuts, vegetables, and white females. Ladies. Oh, shit. Sorry. Yammy Jackie says, damn it, Jeff, I'm already on notice. First, I'm causing disharmony in the U.S. because of me and Jackie's love. Then at my job, I got told I'm the cause of bad water in. And now this shit. I don't know what that means. Well, fuck me running. I'm a witch after all. Well, I knew that. You a bad bitch. I knew that all along. That's why we're friends. Darth Akutis, thank you again. Appreciate you, buddy. Okay. Two more videos, and they're both very quick. Let's do it.
Tonight for dinner, we're keeping it simple. We're just gonna have a bowl of cereal, but not your average sugary cereal, Reese's Puffs or Doo-Doo Pebbles. We got some ground beef, and some of it's cooked, some of it isn't.
Gross.
I'm sure you're wondering how long it took me to roll up all the balls, and to be honest, kind of a long time. But we're just gonna add a little bit of milk.
Not because it was hard, but because he was enjoying it.
This is dinner tonight. Maybe a little Parmesan cheese as well.
Looks like shit.
And some organ supplements. This is my lazy dinner.
So this dude eats like a bunch of he's like the butter guy. He's known on TikTok as the butter guy. He just like eats big sticks of fucking butter. And then he eats a bunch of like raw meat. He'll eat testicles, like the big testicle guy on TikTok too. And I gotta say, like, okay, as a gimmick, fine. But watching the stuff that he eats, his life must suck because that can't taste great. And even if it tastes decent, if he has to eat it all the fucking time to maintain his TikTok views, this motherfucker has to be so goddamn miserable. Can you just cook a meal? Like you can't get happiness out of fucking supplements, out of pills, out of vitamins, you fucking dick. Like that's not gonna make you happy. Where's the fucking Alfredo, huh? Where's the fucking enchiladas? Where's some fucking like some fish tacos? Where's some fucking some hombao? You know, where's some sushi? Where's some life? Anything, literally any kind of fucking food. But instead, because you have to make your living off of TikTok, you have to eat this meme food, this fucking raw fucking food. Holy shit, man. I would never in a million years trade my love for food, the things that I absolutely enjoy and like fulfill me as a person in order to just eat the same tired, disgusting dog shit all the fucking time on TikTok. What a miserable son of a bitch. Holy shit. Anyway, here's some more piss.
Hey, Golden here, and I have some 6 months.
So her name is Golden. This is posted on Brother Sage's YouTube channel. I tried to find her YouTube channel. She doesn't have one, as far as I could tell. I'm starting to lack edginess. That is not a road you want to go down with me. So this is Golden. This is Golden. This is on Brother Sage's YouTube channel. I could not find a channel for her or any other social media. But she is going to talk to us about evolved urine.
Aged urine.
Oh, aged urine.
It has got some clouds and some big old balls of stuff down here.
Clouds and balls, just how you want your urine to be.
That I personally don't care to ingest. And I'm doing some research.
She, a discerning, piss-drinking lady, does not like the clouds or balls. Personally, I feel like she's being maybe a little bit too judgmental, but what do I know?
On the aged and the different qualities of this product and the what's happening with all that. I'm working on that. And so
Good.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to filter
Fuck it.
it so I don't get that, because I want to ingest this and use it on my face or whatever.
Oh, God.
So what I ended up getting was a strainer that fits perfectly in this measuring cup and
Good.
a coffee filter
I'm so
that
glad.
fits perfectly on the strainer. And then I'm going to gently pour this into here and hold the coffee filter in place.
You know what's the thing is too, I have seen so many people drink their own piss, and it's still gross. It doesn't stop being gross, but it doesn't really bother me. I'm like, yeah, okay, it's just somebody drinking their piss. What actually makes me more horrified and more grossed out than somebody just like literally peeing into a jar and drinking the jar, that doesn't even bother me anymore. I'm like, whatever. It's gross, but like whatever. But when people get studious about it and they're like, I have to make sure I make only the most finest craft, top shelf of the pee-pee. like that fucks me up, man. That still fucks me up. The idea of somebody wanting to make like top shelf artisanal craft fucking pee-pee is so fucking weird. It's so fucking weird, man.
So
maybe that's just me. I don't know.
We could get more information on this from anybody who has their own take on aged urine and what they're doing with it.
I've got one. It's
And
bad. It's gross.
I am going to be doing interviews with people with their healing.
Just to let everybody know, she does not drink this in this video. It's okay. She's literally just playing with her piss, and somehow that's worse. I can't understand it. You would think that the dude who's just like literally rubbing piss into his hair would be worse. She doesn't even drink it. She does nothing with it. She's just playing with it. And somehow, this is one of the grossest videos I've seen in the past 6 months. It's fucking me up. It's weird.
Adventures with urine therapy. Like, I want to get into detail with people and do live interviews on the Golden live stream, so we can help other people to help heal themselves and learn how to
Don't play
do
with
this
your food.
and be encouraged.
Oh no!
That what we're doing is not.
Oh no! God
so here,
damn it!
Get a close up of this. This is what was left.
Get the close up.
After I am straining. There we go. All right. Love, light, and live a golden life.
Love
Bye.
and light, live the golden. Fuck me dead. Okay. All right. Okay. That was a bit much. I should get an interview to talk about my healing. I should. I totally should. Dude, absolutely. Why were there chunks in it? She's an old lady, okay? Listen, don't be able... It's not funny. Someday you too will have chunks in your pee. So, damn, okay. Secret Lars says, if your diet requires supplements, it's not a good diet. Agreed, absolutely. Supplementation is usually just code for a bunch of bullshit. Well, guys, 2022. What a fucking ride. What an interesting fucking year it's been. I got probably the best job I've ever had in my fucking life. Had a great experience with that. Got COVID for the 4th fucking time. Yay. Yummy. Got to camp quite a bit. Spent a lot of time with family and friends. All in all, I would say that 2022 was not bad. And it's not bad, especially compared to like the 2020 and 2021. Everybody was struggling. Everybody was suffering. Things were fucking hard. But as long as, and this is what I'd like to leave with you, as long as you can see a progression of things getting better, that's something to really hang on to. And if that's not enough, you can always remember, all you got to do is wait one more month, just one more month, and then you get to spend another 3 hours with yours truly, like I'm literally the best thing on the planet, which I am, and we will be back here for the Wingnut Roundup. Strong Sitting Porcupine says Independence Day sequel is now on YouTube. Not legally. Did I just waste money at a fucking motherfucker? Right at the end of the roundup, you just had to go. You just had to squat down. You had to shit in my fucking Cheerios. Fuck you, Jeff Holiday. You could have seen it for free. That's fine. Euroverb says, yummy, yummy, piss kombucha mushrooms. Love you. We're out of here. Good night, everybody. Take care of yourselves. I'm going to see you in 2023. Fuck yeah.
Smoking blunts was a daily routine since 13. A chubby nigga on the scene. I used to have the tray deuce and the deuce in my bubble goose. Now I got the Mac in my knapsack, lounging black, smoking sacks up in accent sidekicks with my sidekicks, rocking fly kicks. Honeys wanna chat, but all we wanna know is where the party at. And can I bring my gat? If not, I hope I don't get shot. Better throw my vest on my chest, cause niggas is a mess. It don't take nothing but front for me to start something. Bugging and bucking at niggas like I was duck hunting. shit.